Oh no! Oh no, the camera's not set up. Let me fix that. Welcome to the stream. We need to put the setting up sign up right now on the stream. So you know we haven't quite gotten set up. Da-da-da. Everybody loves a show with Impulse, Gem, and Tango. Will we bother them? Who knows? I know. Here comes the Joe Hills. Woo! Oh wow, everything on the camera's messed up. Gotta fix everything up. Turn down the other microphone. And then fold this chair. Whoa. We don't have anything set up at all. But the stream started on time at least. Let's get everything going now. Just you and me, Joe Hills TSD. Hey, Zombie Cleo. Hey, Zombie Cleo. The gang's all here. Let's see what everybody says. Got a lot of people in the YouTube and the Twitch chats. We gotta make sure we turn the crazy heart thing off. Live reactions off. That didn't take, did it? Oh, okay, cool. And slow mode. 30 seconds. Save. Hey, Matt Kimball. I am well, thank you. Okay, so let's say hello to everyone. Welcome, EME Paradot here. Says, is HHH on the hour? HHH actually starts in 3 hours. I've got work I got to do on my base before HHH. So instead of doing a morning stream and then an HHH stream, I'm kind of just combined the time I would have spent on my morning stream, like pushed everything up. So the schedule's a little bit weird today. Let's see what's going on. I got a lot of stuff going on. We got the live event chat on the Discord. Morning Candalis, morning Mahis, morning Moon Roses, morning Muscle Bop doo 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 doo, Muscle Bop doo 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 doo, Muscle Bop. Welcome Michael Windsor 8. We're getting everything set up. The video, because I was out of town, the camera resets all of its settings every time the computer's turned off or unplugged. So I have to refix the computer. Yay! Okay, so let's get that light on there. Wow, that is terrible. We're going to turn the exposure back to where it should be. Okay, yep. That feels okay? Okay, ish. Okay, let's get ready to go. Okay. Wait, why is my... Hold on. The fade in effect seems to have stalled. I've got it set so when the camera is off... Okay, it slowly fades in. There we go. Slowly fading in slot 9. Surprise text stream. It's like watching Manu on MBT3K. We love Manu. I'm actually going to be on Manu's birthday stream coming up in January. I'm very excited. Whoa, we got some tips rolling in via YouTube while I was distracted. Let's go ahead and get the abacus out here so we can thank people for those. Real quick, starting off strong is Salem with 50. Thank you, Salem, who says, good morning, Joe. Congrats on a great season. Thank you. That's 2.5 face camera expansions. So here we go. Please direct your attention down here to slot 9 where I'm putting the hot in the hot bar so I can say, howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. D-da-dee-da-dee, D-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. And then numero dos, expand. La da da da. So thank you, Salem, for those 2 face camera expansions. That puts us 10 away from our next one. Ah! That was almost really bad. The hook arm of the French press got caught in the abacus. Wow, that could have been bad. Okay. Okay. That was a close one, people. I'm gonna be reliving that moment for years in my dreams. Wow. Okay. Okay. Thank you to Bog the Frog for the 5, who says, "How are you doing today?" I'm great. I'm great. Also, any music recommendations? Let's see. Let's see what I've been listening to lately. My fiance recently went to a Hailstorm concert, so I picked up some of their stuff, and it's pretty good. Apparently they're from Nashville, or they live in Nashville now, which is cool. I didn't know that. So, yeah, Hailstorm, Halestorm. Also, Evan Netta says, "Happy day, Joe," in chat. Thank you, Evan. That's about 8 U.S. Abacus beads. That's going to get us 3 past our next face camera expansion milestone. Here we go. Expand, Joe. Do-do-do-do. Okay. And then Doom Also Gaming tips 1. Thank you very much, Doom Also Gaming. That gets us now $16 away for the next face camera expansion milestone. Like, seriously, the way YouTube ad revenue is, somebody could watch like 1,000 of my YouTube videos, and I'd be lucky to get $1 from it. So you are. Some people might think, "Oh, I only have $1. It doesn't mean much." Believe me, giving even just $1 puts you in like the top tier of supporters of the stream. Thank you. It is appreciated. Hey, Dee. Dee says, "Joe, hey, chat, what did I just walk into?" I just nearly... I didn't actually die, but, like, basically, I went to pick up the abacus, and it got caught on the hook arm of the French press. And luckily, I had already emptied the French press into the coffee cup. So it's not like, oh, I stopped myself from flinging the French press across the room or anything. It's the French press basically like flipped over in such a way that it would have thrown coffee all over both the computer and all the books I use for acoustic baffling if there had been coffee left in the French press. So I am like, oh gosh, that is not okay. I'm gonna be reliving that for a while. Okay. Yeah, that could have been real bad. Real bad. Who said that's not how you normally want the coffee to wake you up? Yeah, Salem. Yeah, I'm awake now. I am awake now. Okay. Okay. Having some Gatorade too, so I'm hydrated. We got our first PayPal tip of the stream from Joju, who says, "In honor of your computer array not exploding and a good season 9, I guess." Thanks for the 5, Joju. It's gonna put us 11 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Okay. All right, I'm fine. So we have some work to do here. We are almost out of impulse. Do you need a shulker full of glass or 10? I need rockets and am out of diamonds, so I'm willing to barter. Okay. How mad would you be if someone who wasn't me took a box of rockets and left a box of glass? Would you need to pay someone in rockets to hunt the offender down? I might... Yeah, here we go. We're gonna go get some glass. Anarchy. Gemini takes this. Confederate King, you can make rockets. Okay. Well, we're not gonna steal the rockets. We're gonna pay for them with one of our shulkers of glass. Where are the shulkers of glass, actually? Wait, that's not a shulker. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we're going to want to record this when we get over to iBuy. Bartering 101 happening here? This is the sort of experience you can only get on the HermitCraft server. If you enjoy HermitCraft, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Oh boy, I think my view distance might be up too high for this bit here. Options, video settings. Oh, no. Oh, it's because I didn't pause folding. No, folding is paused. Maybe it is the view distance. Video settings. We'll turn it down a little bit. 22 should be. Do I have anything crazy running in the background? I didn't leave Pinball FX Pro open. No. Let's close these extra windows in Chrome. Maybe something's trying to make Bitcoin or something. Okay. Howdy, Pearl. Okay, so is Windows updating? I don't know. That'd be my luck. Okay. Where are the rockets? I don't think I've ever bought rockets from Impulse before. I realize I don't know where they're for sale. Upstairs by the books? Okay, thank you. Near the totems. Second floor. Anyone able to sleep? Not since the war. Okay. Here we go, rockets. Okay, so we're gonna switch to recording mode, start recording HermitCraft Season 9. I don't even know which episode this is gonna be at this point. Take one, action. Well, folks, I have a lot of work left to do on my pinball machine, but I'm nearly out of rockets. So I asked Impulse, basically, like, maybe could he pay me in rockets to hunt somebody down who took a box of rockets and left a box of glass. He apparently is unwilling to hunt down anybody who leaves a box of glass in place of a box of rockets. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this box of glass here. We're going to take this box of rockets here, and we're going to be on our way. I should just make sure before I give this to him. This is full of glass, right? Yeah. I didn't accidentally leave a bunch of diamonds in there. That would be really embarrassing if I had the diamonds to pay for these and then didn't. But yeah, you know what? It's Anarchy in the UK Day here on the HermitCraft server, according to Impulse himself. So whatever. Let's go. Stop recording. Face camera back on. Woo, okay. Salem says, I feel like today's going to be a bountiful one for chat screenshots. Oh, yeah. We got stuff to do. Oh, I should set my status. Open and streaming. Wait, does this revolving door not work? Also, Impulse, the revolving door in front of iBuy won't spin. Might need to fix that for World Download. So, we got the create button now, right? Whew. There's the create button. Okay, so Stitch says, Happy Monday, Joe. Wanted to let you know my tiny child absolutely loved your segment in Tango's Troll in the Dungeon Decked Out video. She calls the Ravagers goofy cows and loves watching you get chased. Aw, I'm so glad. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out this. Our current inventory situation is, let's just say, suboptimal. We have maybe more totems than we, strictly speaking, need. Okay. Okay. So here is the first thing that we have to work on today. The coin box. Okay. How much lichen do I have? So, I know we've got a lot of people here today who... This is like an atypically timed stream, so I kind of want to give people an opportunity to roll in. But I'm guessing that we might have some people here today that want to hear about my feelings about the end of the season. And I know I don't talk about my feelings much, because I read that book by Kurt Vonnegut where everybody doesn't care about that guy's dreams, and then I internalized that and extended it to everything about myself. So, you know, it's fine if nobody wants to hear about my feelings. That's actually what I was expecting. But I just thought as a courtesy I would offer today the... here we go. If people are curious about my feelings about the end of the season, this is going to end up in an episode at some point, but I kind of wanted to talk through it with the stream first and then record it later. So, I just wanted to make sure that you actually want to hear about my feelings about the end of the season, because not only are you going to hear about them once, this is also gonna be in an episode, and then it's gonna be somewhere else. You're gonna have multiple opportunities to opt out of hearing about my feelings if you would not like to hear about my feelings. Okay, so let's real quick. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start adding some lights along here. To kind of deter spawning directly on top of this. Because it seems like we're getting a lot of spawns. Okay. So, let's talk about my feelings about the end of the season. Nymph says, season is ending, question mark? When? Oh, luckily, I've got a Tumblr post about that. I guess I can link. Tumblr.com/Joe Hills. The end of the season announcement is here with all the details. Dumaso Gaming says, I believe World Download will be on Christmas. Okay. Here's the thing. Is the Hermits agreed not to share in advance when the World Download target date was, just in case anything happened? And also the date that Mumbo gave was not the one we agreed on anyway. So Mumbo's actually a little bit out of the loop on that. I would like to get the World Download, or I would like to get the World Download in my hands as soon as possible, and I'm sure that y'all would also appreciate it as soon as possible. But this is, as you say, classic Mumbo, where he's not wildly wrong, but that wasn't the date we agreed on and we also agreed to maybe not pre-announce that. So, yeah. But it's fine. Hermits and communication is not our strongest thing. But I don't want anybody to be surprised if it's not Christmas. Okay. It I mean, at this point maybe it will be, just because, well, now that somebody said it, why not? But yeah, that was a miscommunication that might come true anyway, because at this point it's out there. But I don't know. So but believe me, we know you want to play Decked Out. I want to run Decked Out for my Patreon server. I'm gonna probably end up doing a few sessions of Decked Out, because there's such a high interest. There's like 26 people RSVP'd yes to playing on like a server Decked Out day for my Patreon server, so we're definitely going to have to do more than one session of that. What I might end up doing is something like picking like a weekend and saying, okay, there's going to be a morning and an afternoon session each day, and you can sign up for one session. And so that'll split that 24 to 26 people into like several groups of 8, which is more manageable, I think. Salem says, I cannot wait to die to a Ravager. Moon Rosa says there's a lot of details in that post. Well, I say the date on there. That's something. People were like, what's the date that it's ending? Details are in the post. Mahi's, that's exactly correct. That's a great point. Mahi says, normally you wouldn't want to put something like that out on Christmas, because if the website crashes, it's a hassle for whoever is in charge of that. Exactly. Okay, is this going to be bright enough to stop mobs from spawning along the lips, though? I'm hoping so. Where's the brightness? Oh, well, right there we're above the thing anyway, but 3 block light. Is 3 block light enough to stop stuff from spawning? I think it should be. These do usually get kind of scuffed up around the edges anyway, so I don't mind putting this on there. HHH starts in about 2.5 hours. So this is just me working on my base before HHH at this point. So the only things only spawn at light level 0. Okay, great. So yeah, that was so yeah, world download is something we want to get to y'all as soon as possible. I want to get it in my hands as soon as possible too, so I can start experimenting with self-hosting Decked Out and make sure everything works. Because there's going to be some stuff that people are going to have to have working. Because like we're using the voice mod to do some of the sounds in Decked Out, and so that's going to be a whole thing to make sure we have that set up properly on whatever server I host this on and stuff. But okay. So anyway, I kind of wanted to give a chance for people to come in before I started talking too much about my end of the season thoughts. Dang it, this is going very poorly with the block placement. I need to really be careful to not overdo this. But okay. So, personally, I always prefer to have the server online and let people determine their own level of involvement. But the problem with that, and I acknowledge this is a real problem, and so I'm happy to go along with the folks who want a hiatus, is if the server's online, people are going to bug people. Why aren't you playing on the server anymore, right? So we can't just like leave the server up right until season 11 starts or whatever, because we'll have people getting bothered on YouTube and Twitch comments and stuff like that. It's easier for people to take a break if they're like not allowed to work, if that makes any sense. So okay, so this is an improvement. That's gonna help a lot with what we're about to do, which is working down in here. In order to actually, so basically, I'm personally not a big fan of having hiatuses at all, but I understand why they are necessary for some people to be able to feel like they can take a break. And so I'm happy to go along with it because it's best for the overall health of my pals on the server. We were not sure how long the season was going to run from the beginning. We basically said, if we're going to start a new season, we either need to start the new season in September or January. Or not January, or September or after the new year. Basically, if we started it any earlier than, if we started a new season like too close to Christmas, then the Christmas break would just kill the momentum, right? So we were like, okay, do we want to end the season in September and start over after taking a few weeks break in like November, or do we want to push into the new year? And basically what we kind of decided was we were going to see how Decked Out ran, because some people were ready to restart by like the end of the summer. But when Decked Out opened, everybody was just like, okay, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and push this until around Christmas. But then we're going to take at least a month-long break and then start over with the next season. So that's where we're at. People are asking, like, what am I going to do in the off-season? Well, for one thing, I've got a backlog of like 10 episodes worth of HermitCraft footage that I have to edit and put out. So I am going to... I was actually really surprised that a bunch of people were like, it's my final episode 5 days before the server goes down. I guess some of them are like leaving for Christmas, so it makes sense if they're traveling or having guests or whatever. But for me, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I still have Phase 7 Decked Out runs to publish, Phase 8, Phase 9, I have the guest day, I have the boat race, I'm going to have Pearl's Bingo, I'm going to have Vintage Beefs, HermitCraft, TCG, Battle Royale. So I'm going to be putting out HermitCraft episodes for probably the next 6 weeks. And I'm also going to be putting out Vault Hunters episodes. I'm going to be streaming Vault Hunters, and I'm going to be streaming TCG. So what I was thinking, in terms of my weekly stream schedule, a lot of the HermitCraft streams will get replaced with Vault Hunter streams. Some of them will get replaced with some brainstorming creative mode streams like I did last time, but not all of them. The Thursday Quinn streams some of them might be Vault Hunter streams, but this Thursday, the plan is, a lot of people have been asking about, could I make a TCG deck with just one booster pack? And the answer that Cleo and I have been giving is, that would be really hard. You'd have to trade with a lot of people, or you'd have to trade a lot of the cards to get a playable deck. But we haven't actually tried that. We don't know how hard that would be. So this Thursday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Quinn her Christmas present early, which is going to be one booster box. Quinn's going to unbox the booster box, open everything up, and then trade with me to see if she can build a playable deck, which I think theoretically should be possible, but the question is, like, how many trades are necessary to do that? So that'll be and then we'll do some actual play with that deck. Hey, I'm Lavis. Glad you could join us. So, Beck says, when do you have Zombie Cleo joining you? The HHH starts in about 2.5 hours. So I'm mostly working on my own base now. So, Queen Dark Lady says, do you get enough items in a single booster for that? Well, the thing is, though, like, we don't have to trade item for item or effect for effect, right? So if Quinn's just like, okay, I need 6 PvP items, I might say, well, I have 6 PvP items right here. I'll trade you that for 1 diamond armor, right? Or, like, we're gonna go. We don't know. I have no idea what's gonna be in the booster box Quinn has, and what kind of deck is gonna make sense to try to build out of it. So that's going to be part of the experiment, is we're going to open everything up, put all the cards on the table, and say, what kind of deck should we try to build? Doom Also Gaming says, will there be more Crash with Cleo streams? Yes, there will be more Crash with Cleo streams. So basically, the way my my schedule is going to work over the hiatus is I'm going to keep doing HermitCraft Vault Hunters. I'm going to keep doing the Crash with Cleo stream. I'll keep having Quinn on Thursdays. Tomorrow morning, because we're coming to the end of HermitCraft, normally Tuesday morning is my V Rising stream with Badger, but tomorrow is actually going to be a HermitCraft 9 stream with Badger. Badger's going to keep me company while I work on closing out parts of the machine. And we're gonna talk about the machine next. We've got a lot of scheduling stuff we're talking about right now. Would I get Etho to supervise to make sure the trades are fair? Etho isn't awake until way after Quinn and my stream ends. But yeah. So we've got okay. But yeah, y'all will be able to adjudicate whether or not you think the trades are fair during that. Ninja says, I guess I'm going to ask about the elephant in the room. What's going to happen with the pinball machine? Pinball machine's what we're talking about next. Other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of the schedule during the hiatus is, like, what other things people might want to play with me, for example. One thing that I'm hoping to do is do some Pinball FX streams, because we do the tournaments with my Patreon patrons. So I would be possibly once a week doing a Pinball FX stream where I'm playing the table of the week. If any Patreon patrons wanted to be playing at the same time, you know, they could be trying to compete for score against me. So that'd be fun. The pinball tables, I know some people have complained that the Pinball FX tables are expensive. They will be going on sale for the Steam Christmas sales soon, and I've already pre-published the list of the upcoming ones. Like, so if people wanted to only buy the packs, they absolutely needed to play with us. That would work. Like I said, I'm also going to be doing that decked out event with my Patreon patrons over the hiatus in early January. We haven't scheduled that yet because I want to make sure that the world download is out and works before I set a date. We might run into some issues with that, so I would just want to be 100% sure. Basket List says, Joe, just got on. When's the last HHH happening? It's starting in 2.5 hours. M. Lavis says, did Cub snag anything from your pinball machine for your museum? Or snag anything from your pinball machine for his museum? Not to my knowledge. I suggested to him he should just extend his fence in the back here around the pinball machine so that the backyard of this included that, and he has chosen not to do so. But he had the option. I had the option. The Vixen says, I'm happy you'll still be posting videos. I don't really care for the other stuff. This will help me tide me over to the next season. Hope you make sure to take some time off for rest too. Maybe. From a financial standpoint, I'm not in a position where I can really afford to not work. So I will be taking some time off around New Year's itself and Christmas, like just a few streams I'll be skipping. Like tonight, I've got a holiday party with my daughter, so I won't be streaming tonight. That's part of why I'm doing a 4-hour stream this afternoon. So my stream schedule is going to be more intermittent, but I'm not going to be taking like a week away. I can't afford to travel. And even if somebody was like, hey, Joe, you can travel to my place for free or whatever, I wouldn't be able to afford the lost revenue from not streaming. So the stream schedule is going to be changing a lot. Let me post a link to that. And I need to put the Badger stream tomorrow morning on the schedule. I had that as tentative, but I need to make that official because I talked to Badger just before we got started here. HC9 with Badger. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to change that to the streaming schedule. Woo, so I hit save and then refresh. And that should be up now. Yep. So 8:30 tomorrow morning, HermitCraft 9 with Badger. 8:30 on Wednesday, Crash with Cleo. 8:30 on Thursday, HermitCraft TCG. We've got the Christmas Carol at 8:30 p.m. Thursday through Sunday, the 21st through 24th. We're going to be doing the Christmas Carol with special guests. I'm very excited about that. Kindle says, if we build the pinball machine on Deep Slate 9, which is the Patreon server, will you pop online to finish it? No. I've got plans for the pinball machine, and I'm going to talk about those next, but like those are their own thing. Like that's like a subject topic. That's a big topic change. So I'm trying to get through kind of the general hiatus strategy here first. But I'm really excited about HermitCraft Vault Hunters. I've had a lot of fun getting to play with some hermits that I haven't played with much lately. Iskal, Stress, Wells, Hypno. Like, Hypno's been on more for Decked Out lately, but it has been so good catching up with some of these guys. And I'm just excited. Like, Stress has a great energy, and I've really missed playing with her. So it has been a great opportunity to play with people on Vault Hunters. The inn on Vault Hunters is a work in progress where other hermits who might need, if other hermits get bored during the hiatus, no one has committed to jumping on Vault Hunters who wasn't already involved, but, you know, we're letting them know that they have the option to hop in later. They're very welcome. You know, we've got infrastructure in place for them. So I've got a few very tentative maybes. Maybe none of them pan out. Maybe some of them do, but hermits like hanging out together, so I am excited about that. I realize I have gotten some more tips rolling in. Thank you very much to Mark for 20, who says, Merry Christmas and a less stressed hermit break. Well, thank you very much, Mark. That is going to get us one more face camera expansion milestone, so here we go. Expand, Joe, and then we... Okay. Oh, it looked like there was two, but there was just one. And hey, we also got a new Patreon patron. Okay. Before I forget about... Okay, we need to go get signs. That's part of what we're doing. Salem says, I know it's tough to balance HermitCraft and a side series, so it'll be fun, but it's so fun to see you interact more casually like in Vault Hunters. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It's been a challenge getting the schedules like to work right, but I'm really enjoying Vault Hunters. I've really missed doing modded series with my friends. Because Hypno and I used to play on modded series together a lot, like back before my daughter was born and when she was very young. And that was something that I kind of just had to give up. Like, as a parent, you just kind of are constantly chipping away at things you enjoy. Because it's like, oh, when am I going to find time for this? When am I going to find time for that? And like, modded Minecraft was one of those things where I was like, oh, one day I'll get back to it. But I finally did, and I'm having a lot of fun. You know, if you're in the middle of that now with a very young child, it gets better. Just stick it out. Yeah, now that she's almost 11, I can get back to modded Minecraft. But yeah, I really, really am having fun with Vault Hunters, and I'm very excited. Huge props to Asuma and Iskal for getting that set up. Asuma was the one that said, hey guys, I think we can make this work. We'll time it so it'll be really kind of hitting its stride during the hiatus. And Iskal was just like, okay, what do you guys need from a technical standpoint? I'll get my infrastructure server guys on it. But yeah, this was Asuma's project. And Iskal did a lot of the grunt work, though, to make it a reality, and I'm very, very appreciative of both of them for their efforts. So, yeah. Okay, so Salem says the old mod series were really fun. That's what got me into watching Hypno. Yeah, I've really, like, those old Feed the Beast series. Oh my gosh, we got into so much trouble. One time I set the Nether on fire with blue fire that turns everything into snow, and it was just slowly killing the server's frame rate, and Hypno and I spent like 2 hours trying to put the fire out, because it was these flames that were spreading everywhere, turning the whole Nether into ice, and it was also like, but the fire tick was also killing the server's, the server's, like, processor. And so it got to the point where the server became unplayable, and we had to roll the whole server back. Yeah. mods back then, some of them were not very well balanced or well documented. So, yeah. But yeah, we have a new Patreon patron at the $10 level. I have to send out those invites manually, so you can expect that sometime in the next 24 hours after the stream. But one thing I did need to do... Hey, wait. What are these boxes? Oh, that's good. Really? That's a way better idea. Oh, I'm gonna need more bones. Did I ever get one of those server-killing rubber trees? No, I didn't. Okay. How many more bones do we have is the next question. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Yeah, that was the day the nether froze over. And do you know whose fault it was? This Joe Hills. Okay. So, boy, we are not doing great on bones. I feel like maybe I left some down here. But yeah. I am not going to have enough glow ink for this. I'm just warning y'all about... I remember now, the bones were up in that one. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Gemini, reaching out to a laze. Making a friend indeed. I'm gonna bring you things. I'm gonna bring you things. Okay. Gemini, taking things from a laze. What a good friend indeed. Okay. So. Yeah, we did just get a new Patreon patron at the $10 level, which means that I need to probably go put them on the Patreon thanks monument here. So let's go ahead and start with Sir Nature Writer. Because they're not going to be in the spreadsheet, because I just generated the spreadsheet, and oh boy, that's worse. Honestly, I do kind of like it being subtle, but like that feels almost too subtle. Maybe... Oh boy. What's the best color? Badger, you did extensive color testing. Are you still here? If I don't have enough glow ink for all of these signs, what is the best color? Would red or purple be better, maybe? Or yellow? When is HermitCraft 10 dropping? That's a secret. Actually, I kind of like the red because it goes with that. Yeah, we're not going to have enough glow dye for the 280 signs we need to put in. And I'm super nervous about putting my laptop. Red is super hard to see. What was the best one on this one? Yellow? No. Do I have orange? I could make orange. I mean, it's hard to see, but it does match that at least. The yellow did not seem great. Lime green, I don't think would work. What was my favorite part of Season 9? It's hard to say. I mean, I liked a lot of parts. Vajurist says they're colorblind, and the red was actually the easiest for them to see. No one has a glow ink farm? I don't think so. Not a working one. Red was better out of all the ones we've done so far. Yeah, that does seem higher contrast. It's supposed to be kind of subtle, too. So, okay. Hey, we got a tip rolling in from Alberic for 10, who says, just ordered another two booster packs. I still haven't gotten your card. Well, hopefully you get it soon. Thank you, Alberic. That puts us one away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Yeah, I am very excited about the booster box second printing. I should add that to my... Let's get that pre-order link in my spreadsheet of TCG booster box second printing pre-order. Those will be arriving in April, early April, hopefully. I feel like though 269 glow ink signs in one area is gonna break the Minecraft renderer. I don't think you can have that many glow ink signs in one area. So even if I had that much glow ink, I think maybe I leave it as an exercise to the viewer to glow ink their own names. I think light blue is gonna be too close to the color of the sign. So yeah, it would make the machine unusable. Mumbo did say world download would be Christmas, but that is not what we agreed on. I think Mumbo was confused. It might end up being Christmas because now that he said that publicly, there's like 1 million people that are expecting it on Christmas, but that was not what we agreed on. So please don't be too disappointed if it's not Christmas. What TCG card would you most like to have had for decked out and vice versa? I don't know. Maybe the golden apple would be a good card to have in decked out, and bounding strides would be amazing to have in TCG. So yeah, glowing puts a strain on rendering for people running the vanilla client. So okay. Nantho says, when is the world download actually supposed to be? We haven't announced it yet because we don't have a... We have a target date, which is not Christmas, but we don't know if there's going to be complications with getting it. There's certain things that we're concerned about with the data packs and stuff to pack it up into a usable thing and get like instructions for like, hey, you might need voice mod if you want to hear the records and decked out, and like there's a whole bunch of stuff. So Doom also Gaming says, I wish there was an alt art for you with just your face. Yeah, my face does get pretty big sometimes. I get it. I can see why you would want that. Oh, did I didn't... I thanked Alberic, but then I don't know if I mentioned, we are now $1 away from the next face camera expansion milestone and the entrance of the Jost, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, Beef joined the game. Well, Beef was here before, so I don't need to greet him again. Okay, so... Centortron says, would it be possible to arrange a TCG tourney on the world download for the Patreon members? That would be very possible. Yes. That would be very possible. That's a great point. People keep asking me about doing a TCG tourney using the online version of the TCG, but yeah, it would make a lot of sense for us to host one using the world download. NJ says, want me to send you a note as a reminder? Post that in the winter break planning, NJ, please. Thank you. Yeah, don't send it to me personally. Put it where everybody can see it, because that way everybody has a chance to chew on it. Okay. So, let's go ahead and... Where's the sun? Okay. I think we've talked about the season ending and the hiatus enough. I think it's time to talk about the pinball machine. Kudji tips 2 though and says, "Gotta get to the joust." Well, thank you very much, Kudji. Y'all have seen that money go straight to my head with each face camera expansion milestone we hit. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the joust. Ba 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 ba. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 90%. Okay. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Cool. What's the thing you'll miss most about Season 9? I think the answer to that is going to sound fake. So I kind of don't want to answer that question. Because it's going to sound too corny, and I don't want it to. So I'll think about a way to reformulate the answer to that later. Okay. So Salem says, weirdly, I think blue, purple, and magenta have the highest contrast to warp signs. Yeah. I mean, the red is really readable to me. So... And we don't have enough lapis, I think, to do blue easily. Blue might actually be the highest, though. It's either blue or red, just to my eyes. But yeah, thank you, Salem, for running through that. I think we're going to stick with red, because red's easy to get and we have a ton of it. Okay. Welcome, Clumily. Cool. Okay, so we have talked about hiatus. We've talked about world download. We've talked about some upcoming Patreon plans. Oh, we got another tip rolling in. Let's do that and then talk about the pinball machine. Thank you to Cecilia for tipping 10, who says, "You being you." Thanks, Cecilia. I do what I do by being me. Appreciate it. Okay. Blue was the outright winner for most signs, especially on Pale Woods. The thing is, we really want to use the warped signs for these because it's going to look good. I've got Cleo's Blue Flower Farm I used earlier in the season. I'm not going to remember where to find that. We have red dye here. Like, okay. So, let's talk pinball machine. Okay. So, I know some people were a little bit disappointed that I didn't make more progress on the art. I am very, very pleased with getting these two sides done here and the front. But yeah, I didn't get the translate art in. I don't have any on-screen display. I don't have the art here for the table. This basically right now looks like a... what would you call it? A prototype of a pinball machine. If you go to Pinball Expo, where people like have their homebrew pinball machines, they're just built out of plywood. This is basically what it looks like. You've got a few lights in there. You've got the drop targets. You got the slings and flippers. You've got a few pop bumpers. You got the rails in, but it's basically just a plywood sheet. We have achieved basically the level. Like, if I brought a physical machine that looked like this to Pinball Expo, that would be something worth being proud of. Okay? It's not done. But this is almost a full prototype. There's a few things missing. Like, there's supposed to be a spinner right here we need to put in. There's supposed to be a backstop right here that we need to put in. But we've got until Wednesday. So, spinner and backstop right here are two high-priority things. Third pop bumper, another high-priority thing. I feel like we can get this machine to a state where it's basically ready for playtesting, as Kudji writes in the YouTube chat. The disappointment for the people who really wanted to see the finished art, I get it. And, you know, it's... if I had another 6 months, I feel like I could do everything I wanted with this machine. Realistically, though, I don't have that 6 months. I thought when I was initially estimating this that decked out, we would get about half as many runs every week as we ended up getting. Because that was more like we only got like 4 or 5 runs a week, I think, on the original decked out. It wasn't as much as this. And also, HermitCraft TCG, I didn't anticipate so many people would want to play, and that I was really glad Beef asked me to be a judge. It was fantastic and a lot of fun to help my friends. But I probably lost months of time on decked out and TCG in terms of production timeline here. And I knew that was happening while it was happening, and that was a conscious choice I made. So I'm not going to feel bad about that. I looked at it and I said, even if I can't get all of the art and everything done exactly where I want it, I'm doing things on HermitCraft that are fun and experimental, and that's part of HermitCraft. This whole pinball machine was fun and experimental, and this is going to be kind of weird because, like, this is a visual medium. And so I understand the viewers want to see things looking finished. But I worked as a graphic designer for years, and the graphic design part of this, in some ways, is the least interesting or educational part of it for me. Getting the graphics to work on here, I would learn stuff, but what I have been learning about, like, table layout design, the way the components work, that was where my heart really was on this project. And I got to learn those things. I spent a lot of time traveling all over the country, playing pinball machines, looking at how they were put together. Like, by the end of this project, when we went up to Pittsburgh this weekend, let's talk about that. I actually just got back from Pittsburgh. I took my daughter and my sister to a 40-something person women's pinball tournament. This was Corinne's big Christmas gift, was that, like, if I take her to a tournament that I get to compete in, that's not a present for her. That's just, hey, you want to come with your dad to do something fun. But for this big women's tournament that was, you know, a 9-hour drive away, and we had to get a hotel room for multiple nights, you know, that's a Christmas present, you know. So yeah, Corinne's big Christmas present this year was going to this huge women's tournament in Pittsburgh, and it was held at the Pittsburgh Pinball Dojo, which, oh my gosh, it is a beautiful space. It was the first time I've really played pinball on, like, wooden floors. Like, I think they called it Pinball Dojo because it used to be an actual martial arts gym. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting differences in how you can nudge on a wooden floor like that versus on a concrete pad, like at most arcades. But I realized after just the time that I've spent putting these rubber bands on the star posts here, like, I'm at the point with these machines where I would walk up to a machine I'd never seen before, and I could, like, see the matrix, right? Like, I could look at it and go, okay, so there's posts there with rubber bands, they put protectors there. Like, I could see the steps required to disassemble and reassemble that playfield. If I owned that machine and I needed to clean it or replace a part, I was just like, even though this is a machine I've never seen before, I can just break it down in my head and reassemble it. And I didn't used to be able to do that. That's how I can tell that this project was a success, because the goal for me of building models is to understand the subject matter better. And I have a much deeper understanding and appreciation of how these machines come together. And so I know some people might be worried that I'm going to be upset about the season ending before I could get a perfect conclusion to this machine. And I appreciate that. But like I said, I made the conscious choice to make some trade-offs this season that I knew would set me behind, and that's on me. That I stand by those choices. Because, you know, I could have skipped the Rift storyline. right? Some hermits stayed behind on the server to work on their projects. And I did not want to do that. You know what? I'm not. She didn't say she's missing one of me. She would have let us know. Joju says if you did a video where you just talked about how you apply that mechanical knowledge, that'd be fun too. Well, that's like I said earlier. This stream, like the stuff I'm talking about, this stream is gonna end up in my like closing few videos of the season. I'm just kind of talking through it now as kind of a rehearsal for that, but also because I know some of y'all have questions since we just announced the end of the season, and so I wanted to address this immediately. But yeah, the in my opinion, this was a success. I learned a ton, and I balanced it with doing fun stuff. This is the biggest project I've ever built in Minecraft, and I balanced working on it with also having fun with my friends. I was able to do the Rift storyline, participate in the TCG, play decked out, and then, you know, it would have been nice to get further with it, but I'm not sure how much I could kind of like the big problem I was kind of hitting a wall with was I was hitting the point with some of the components where I needed to buy them to actually understand how they worked. Like I had to buy the pop bumper assembly, and that was like even on sale that was like $70, you know. But like when I was like looking at diagrams of this thing, I couldn't make sense of it. Like I was learning by having it in my hands. So that's the other thing is like when I initially started this project, I was like, well, I'm going to buy each of these parts as I go, and I'm going to have all of them, and I'm going to measure them. And it turned out that I just didn't have the budget for that. So because I started planning this kind of when we were still making like pandemic money. And I'm glad that people are traveling again and spending money on seeing each other. But realistically, I didn't have a good understanding of how my income was going to drop off. And so, you know, I learned something there too. Like if I'm doing a project that depends on buying parts to examine and measure them for the model, I need to have 100% of that money up front, or I should not do it. That was a mistake. So yeah, the next year, next season, I'm looking at. I have an idea for my base, and it's a pretty famous building. I'm gonna be doing a model of a building that's a famous building in the real world. That's a public place that I could visit relatively cheaply, and so, you know, I'll walk around there, take some photos, hang out with people, maybe. But I like the idea of doing a base that's a building that has an actual public coffee shop inside of it, so we could do a fan meetup and play TCG in the real world version of my base. That seems pretty cool. Vajuris says, I guess you could sell the parts after you study them. Well, the thing is, Vajuris, my goal originally was to buy the parts and then assemble the table later on a craft stream. And I still want to do that too. I still want to do that too. So, yeah. Talking about the pinball machine project going forward. Well, real quick, we got a tip rolling in. Let's go see who that's from. Thank you to Richard for tipping 40, who says, Hi, Joe. Festive greetings from Northern Ireland. I valued your videos all season. Here is to season 10. Richard. Well, thank you, Richard. The first 9, that's going to get you 1 face camera expansion. 29 is going to get you a second. 39 and 40 gets us 9 away from the third. So here we go. Let's do these 2 real quick. Expand Joe. Do. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 80%. And numero dos. Expand Joe's. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 70%. So thank you very much, Richard. As I said earlier, Richard has put us now 9 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So Centauratron says, I think I enjoyed the season much more with TCG and Decked Out mixed in than I would have if you stayed at the pinball machine all season. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, another thing I kind of messed up with on the base here is I did a lot of long-term planning that didn't pay off in that, or it didn't pay off directly in terms of the base. Like, remember when I just gave Impulse that big box of glass in exchange for the box of rockets? Well, here's the thing. I really wanted to finish this whole project. And I wanted to read Dracula. And so I gathered the materials for the final phases of this project over the course of like the 25 weeks we read Dracula. And some of those materials ended up getting used immediately, but a lot of those materials are just gonna be in a box at the end of the season. So if somebody else wants to put glass on the top of the machine later, you can. But you don't have to. The box is there. But realistically, I don't know that I would have. In theory, I could have been working on building out the machine, but I wouldn't have been able to read Dracula while I was doing it. I feel like reading Dracula was a real highlight of the season for me. And I want to do stuff like that in the future, but I need to make sure that I'm balancing the immediacy of the needs maybe better next season. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. We gathered so much sand because we needed a lot of concrete powder too. And we did use the concrete powder in the walls, though. And a lot of people really love the Dracula streams. But yeah, I'm going to leave it as an exercise to the viewers. If you want to finish the pixel art, if you want to build designs, you can do that. Post it on Tumblr. Enjoy it, you know? But I'm not going to do anything formal like a contest or anything because that doesn't feel cool. It's just, it should be something people do if they want to, you know? Yurgi writes, prioritizing what to do when is hard. Yeah, it is. And it felt like reading Dracula was the right thing. So, yeah, like, maybe I could have started... I will say one of the biggest things I learned about here is I should have started designing the entire machine around the star posts. I understood on an intellectual level that the star posts were basically the skeleton of the structure of the machine. But it wasn't until I started actually building this one out and I didn't appreciate it fully. And so by doing the star posts as one of the last things here, I actually also undercut my ability to knock this out quickly because I just fundamentally was missing a piece of how to approach pinball machine design. But this is why we build models, to learn this, right? So let's talk about pinball machine design moving forward. Because I have learned things in the final week of this season that I wish I had known a year and a half ago. As you might have seen with Tango and Decked Out 1, when you build something like this or that, you learn stuff that you're like, oh, if I did this again, I could do so much more. But I'm not ready to do this again right away. Right? You're not going to jump right from Decked Out 1 to Decked Out 2. So I'm going to say up front, I have no plans to build a pinball machine next season in Minecraft. I do really want to continue exploring the deep field design, layout, and rule set, but I think that the way I'm going to have... People have asked me, Joe, why don't you build this in like some sort of pinball simulator like VPX? I was like, well, that would slow down production of the Minecraft model. But now that the Minecraft model is wrapping up, and Queen Dark Lady says, are all the technical parts in? Most of the functional parts will be in by Wednesday. They're not all in yet. But basically, I've got a spinner, a backstop, a few switches to add. I've got to put the apron on. There's some stuff to do between now and when the server goes down Wednesday night, but functionally speaking, we're on time to get that done. But yeah, so for season 10, I'm gonna do something way different. Not really ready to talk about that yet, but it kind of one of the things I've done a lot in Minecraft is I like taking builds and iterating on them and like replacing the block palette as we go. Like I started my starter house of dirt this year and then upgraded it to brick. And then I thought we were going to get some gray planks in that I was going to upgrade it to after that, but they ended up not being gray. They were like blood red. So Kindle has just linked the Pinball Construction Set by Bill Budge for an Apple II in 1982. I mean, that might be what I end up using. I haven't picked a software set for how to build the pinball machine out. But real quick, though, we got a tip rolling in for 5 from Derek. Thank you very much, Derek. That puts us 4 away from the next Face Camera expansion milestone. Derek says, Dracula was a high point of the season for me, although the spin-off with Empires was a close second, and also Decked Out and TCG were both fun. Perfect season, in my opinion. That's, I mean, honestly, I really had a great time. Welcome, P. Marinkak. Do we have a season 10 date set yet? No, I don't. Okay, so let's talk about this. So basically this the Deep Field project is not done, but the Minecraft phase of it is. I'm going to take what I learned from this and I'm going to try to figure out a good software solution or physical solution to start building mock-ups. And I'm going to keep pushing on this project as kind of a hobby thing in the background. I'll stream that occasionally, but that's not it's not going to be my season 10 base. Somebody says, is your season 10 base going to be a base with other hermits? So yeah, I was going to say, kind of back to my starter house this season. A lot of my stuff, I like doing iterative stuff where I replace parts. When I did my winery, I built it with stone initially, and then when the black stone blocks were released with a big Minecraft update, I swapped the palette to blackstone. I like doing mid-season palette swaps as new blocks become available. So I think my theme for next season is going to be loosely around Theseus or Theseus, and I'm going to be doing some iterative designs based on a real building, and I'm going to be inviting other hermits. So the real building has a really interesting parking lot around it in terms of like the shape of the parking lot, and I think because Theseus was also the one that killed the Minotaur in the maze, I'm going to be asking hermits to help me build a huge maze around the whole building. And like hermits would get assigned segments of the parking lot area and say like, okay, here's the entrance and here's the exit to your segment. But anything inside the segment, you build whatever kind of maze you want, right? So it wouldn't necessarily be a shared base with the other hermits, but it would give people an opportunity to do some sort of cool building away from their main base. Because sometimes people need a break from their main base. Kindle has pointed out that I lost a lot of time this season working on snow for Decked Out. That's another thing I don't regret, because honestly, I feel like I learned a lot about terraforming doing that. That was a really educational thing, and it helped me in a lot of ways. I know it helped Tango too. I know it was good for the whole server, but it's the sort of I needed to do something more organic or geological. I needed a break from this pinball machine. So I don't regret helping with that either. Like I said, I feel like it would have been better if I had more time to get all that stuff done and get all this done, but I'm actually pretty happy with the balance I struck. So, Rick, thank you for the 20, who says, thank you, Joe. See you in season 10. Well, thank you very much, Rick. That gets us to our most obnoxious face camera expansion milestone, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Here we go. Expand. Just do. At this point, the camera can't really cover more of the screen, but it will keep reducing in opacity. Like right now, we're about to drop to 60%. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are now $14 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Everybody who's tipped up to this point has been making the camera more obnoxious, but since it will keep dropping in opacity, everybody who tips at this point will be making it less obnoxious. Mahi says, I love the driftwood planks and vault hunters. Gray wood. Yeah, I wish we had those for my Elvira's House of Horrors. Matt Kimball says, is this a pinball machine you have actually played? I designed this. I want to play it someday. So, Sir Sinzo says, how's it going today? Pretty well. Sir Sinzo says, Joe, why is your name TSD? Because I used to be part of a comedy group called Team Snow Day. A few of us actually just made a music video. It's our first big collaborative project in a while. So if you're curious about the music video, do I have that link still handy? No, let me pull that up. But yeah, a few of us Team Snow Day people just made a music video collaborating with Pandemic Date Night. So, wasn't Theseus the ship? Theseus had a ship. That's how he got to the maze or got home. I don't know, something. Hey, we got a tip rolling in from somebody who really wants the camera to be more easy to see through. Thank you very much to P. Marincac for tipping and even hundo. Woo! That is going to clear the abacus here. Wah! Wah! Let's see, we were now, what was it, 16 away, I think? Yeah, I think that's right. So, that's 5 face camera expansions coming up real quick. Expand Jost. Do. People are saying Perseus was the Minotaur. Are you sure? There's one. Numero dos. Even larger Jost. Do. Well, I'm not gonna stop doing this. I'm really deeply committed to this labyrinth thing at this point. So I'm just gonna keep saying it was Theseus and get a million YouTube comments because I don't want to change my plan. Lowering the opacity now to 32%. Brr, that's Fahrenheit. Numero quattro. How about some more, Joe? Do. Lowering the opacity now to 24%. And then each, ni, san, shi, go. Expand Jost. Do. Lowering the opacity now to 20%. And we are actually going to have to kick up the quality on the camera now that we're zoomed in this far. I need to let's bring it into 4K so my eyes are nice and crisp. There we go. Then Mouse Mac tips 10. That puts us now only 6 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Mouse Mac says, howdy Joe, hope you have a great festive season. Looking forward to seeing the pinball machine finished in a video soon. Well, it's not going to be quite finished, but yeah. And it's not going to be quite soon because I've got like an 8 or 9 video backlog of HermitCraft videos coming out. So, yeah. But, yeah. But yeah, people are saying Theseus was the Minotaur, Perseus was Medusa. That's what I thought, but okay. Either way, thank you again to P. Marincac for those 5 face camera expansion milestones. We're now at 20% opacity. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Blaze is probably hungry, says nothing we love more than crispy eyes. Yeah, Blaze is hungry for crispy eyes. Okay. Queen Dark Lady says, I personally felt the big hole to bedrock was a bit of a time sink. Yeah, no, I saw your comment on that, Queen Dark Lady. I try not to directly comment on things in the Feedback Creative channel because I want to let other people chime in. And I found that when I talk about stuff in response, it kind of derails any or deflects future comments. The big hole to bedrock, I don't know. That's something that unfortunately you can't see from up here. but I feel like it made me want to be here more again, which is like a weird thing that's hard to quantify. But yeah, having to do the scaffolding with the pop bumpers ended up being funnier with it there, but also being like a huge time sink. I did not time that well. But like, I felt like I kind of needed, for one thing, I needed an excuse to get a bunch of the hermits over here because this build had been very insular. Even though it's close to the shopping district, like, that was, like, I think the only time Grian's been over here on camera, right? Like, so I kind of needed some sort of event just to get people over here at some point. And maybe I could have come up with something better, but I'm not sure what that would have been. So, yeah, it's definitely one of the poorer choices I made, but I'm still not sure if I actually would go back and not do it, because it did actually make getting in and out of the mines a lot easier from a practical standpoint. Digging out under the machine, I dug out a lot under the machine, which gives you a good sense of the scale of the cabinet, and I think in the world download it's going to pay off. But yeah, that's like, I did put a lot of hours into something that you can't see while flying over the machine. And this is something we run into with HermitCraft a lot, is people have been asking us, like, why don't you guys do another mall? And the problem is, if the mall has a roof, you can't see what's inside of it while you fly over it. And being able to see things when you fly over them is huge for videos and renders and all sorts of things. Maps of the world. Sir Sinzo says, Joe, the music video was hilarious. Thanks for that. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah. I definitely dug out more under the machine than I 100% needed to. I think part of it, though, was I was kind of stressed out that I couldn't afford the parts I needed to start working on the surface of the machine more, because I was getting frustrated with, like, not being able to measure stuff. And so, once again, that kind of comes back to my earlier point of, like, so to some degree, that was me routing around the damage of my earlier point, that, like, if I'm going to do a machine, or if I'm going to build a model of something where I have to buy parts, I need to have 100% of that parts budget in hand up front, because counting on that money to come in later isn't necessarily something reliable. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's see. We got another tip rolling in. Whoa, we got a few tips rolling in. Let's see who those are from. Henning sends 10, says, thanks for the great season. Thank you so much, Henning. Woo. That is going to get us $4 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand juice. Do I have a video tour of the pinball machine? Not yet. I'm going to lower the opacity now to 16%. Like I said, I've got, like, a backlog of footage for, like, 8 to 10 more HermitCraft episodes, probably. Like, I did not expect everybody to put out their final episode this week, because what we agreed on was, yeah, you can keep recording until the 20th, and then put out your last episodes whenever. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll put a few out over the hiatus. And then everybody else is just like, I'm done. I'm like, what? Okay. But yeah, so thank you very much to Henning for that tip. We also got another 20 from Lauren. Thank you, Lauren. So that's going to put us, is it 4 past the next face camera expansion milestone? So I think. Yeah. So here we go. Expand Joe. Do. I've got an abacus to keep count of this stuff for me, and I'm still, like, messing it up. Okay, so lowering the opacity once I find my eye, down now to 12%. And then we got a tip from Ellis for 10, who says, it's my birthday today and we're sick. Could I get a birthday song? Sure. Let's get that 10 on the abacus here. Boom. That's going to put us 6 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Ellis. Feliz cumpleaños, or it might be yes. Feliz cumpleaños a ti y muchas más. Glad to have you here, Ellis. Sorry you're not feeling well. Hope you recover quickly. Okay. So, yeah. Continuing the pinball machine discussion. For anybody coming in, we're talking about where we are on the pinball machine. I think that all the functional components will be in by the time the season stops recording on Wednesday night. I feel like that's reasonable. I'll also be able to get the Patreon names on the coins in by then for the Patreon monument. Or the tokens are the monument, so that'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. Let's see. So I'm going to continue developing this particular playfield in other software, and in real life, I would love to have a playable version of it at some point in the next decade. But this is, if I could barely afford one pop bumper, buying 3 and flipper coil. That's the other thing is, like, I never got the chance to buy flipper assemblies. I never got the chance, like, I just couldn't afford a lot of this stuff. So it's a long-term thing. MJ says, any chance in the future you might prioritize hiring an editor? That would depend on being able to afford it. That's like asking me, like, Joe, any chance in the future you would buy a theater and use it to stream from with a live audience? Like, I don't plausibly see myself being in a position to hire an editor anytime in the next several years. Like, it doesn't, that's, like, the amount of footage that I have, going through it and paying someone to edit it down, like, even if they're a professional and they're very quick at it, it would be, I should be paying them hundreds of dollars an episode, and right now each episode makes about $30 or $40 in ad revenue. Like, you know, even the Patreon sponsored no ad episodes, I might get 100 to 150, right? You know, so the amount, like, paying a good editor should be more expensive. I like, unless, like, all of a sudden I had, let's see, if I had 10 times the viewership, each episode might start making $300 in ad revenue instead of 30, and then I would be, like, breaking even on hiring an editor. So I just don't really. Dee Dee says, Joe, any chance in the future you're planning to buy $1 million mansion? Yeah, that's, can't wait. Casey Boone says, I love the live audience stream idea. We'll work to help you get to that. I mean, that is actually a serious thing. I would, if everything went perfectly in my life, as soon as my daughter was off to college, I would be buying a house in Edinburgh and a small theater, and I would be streaming from there most nights, except in August when we would book some of Badger's friends in comedy to run fringe shows. Ad revenue is terrible. Yeah. Ad revenue is super bad. Where's the face cam? It's in front of you. Woo. If I blink. Is that more obvious? How do you join the Discord? Discord face. Okay, so somebody wants to know how you join the Discord. $5 a month on Patreon gets you Discord access. $10 a month gets you access to the Minecraft servers. So, yeah, that's the thing, is making YouTube videos. Some people are like, Joe, I don't like that you stream so much. I wish you spent more time making YouTube videos. I couldn't afford to make YouTube videos if I didn't stream. The streams are y'all tipping are what pays for everything. The Patreon folks and the PayPal tippers are who are paying for everything. YouTube isn't paying me very much at all. Which is one of the reasons that, like, I don't have any brand allegiance to YouTube, you know. If somebody else made a good video service, I'd look at it. So, Yeah. This is okay. So let's talk though about further future. So we talked about season 9 ending. We talked about season 10 starting. Let's talk about season 11. In the same way that Tango took a year off between not a year, but took a season off between Decked Out and Decked Out 2. I am seriously interested in revisiting the idea of building a pinball machine in Minecraft based on things I learned here that I really screwed up. On some level, when I screw something up this badly, I want to do it again and better, right? So the two things that I really screwed up on this machine, I didn't come in from the beginning trying to scale it and design it around the star posts and the posts that would really become the structural elements of the design. A good pinball machine designer would have known to do that, but this is how you get to being a good pinball designer, is you try stuff and you make mistakes. So the goal of the model was to learn a lot. And one of the last things I learned was that I approached this wrong from day one in terms of the design. I should have approached the design starting with star posts and rubber bands and worked from there, instead of trying to come up with an idea and then realizing, oh no, I didn't factor in how this would actually physically work, right? So I would love to design a new table in season 11 where I come in with everything I learned and I start the design from day one in a more practical way. Second thing that I really would want to do is, and I don't think this was necessarily a mistake per se, but it's not something I'm going to do twice. I spent so much time building the back box and the cabinet itself here that I didn't get to focus on the playfield as much as I would have liked. So maybe in season 11, you see this tray that has the playfield in it, just the playfield and then the mounted stuff. I think in season 11, if I do this again, I'm going to design this so it'll still be at the slope, probably. I think building it at a slope is important for it to feel like pinball. But it's just going to be the plywood for the playfield with maybe some space cut out underneath it for me to mount parts or something. But the back box on this machine is currently blocking part of the top of the map for there. So what I would want to do is maybe design in season 11 like a series of playfields and then sell the maps as pinball machines that people could have for their bases as decoration. What was my plan for the balls themselves? Oh, there's two of those over there. They're 6 meters wide, or 6 meters in diameter. I designed the balls first, actually. That was easy. They're spheres. Absinthe Green says the side art was 10 out of 10. Yeah, and I was really glad that I learned about how the cabinets fit together this season. I got a lot out of building this cabinet this time. But if I do another Minecraft pinball project in season 11, it'll be just a playfield. But my goal would be to probably design a bunch of different playfields and build them out with full artwork. William Comartin says, is HHH still happening today? Yeah, it's scheduled to start in an hour and a half. We're nowhere near the start time of HHH. This is, everybody's kind of working on their own stuff before HHH right now. But yeah, so I'm thinking in season 11, building a bunch of play fields with full artwork, having like really solid designs that are based on the actual like stuff that I have learned since about star posts and like structure of the machines. And so that's going to be a good project to come back to later. Sir Sinzo says, will you keep the stream up for HHH? Yes, that's the plan. Dee says a deep field pixel art on the side is so epic. Thank you. Yeah. It's a shame that we don't have a good place to stand high enough up to see the playfield and the pixel art. Because that was just not really a priority for the project, unfortunately. But, like, yeah, if we land on this tall tree here, and then I turn the render distance up some, options, video settings. Do-do-do-do. Boldness says, how long did that take you? This is absolutely massive. About 18 months. But yeah, there's a lot of pieces of this that I've learned from and I want to build on in the future, but I need to step away from it for a season, I think. I mean, who knows? Maybe partway through season 10 I'll be back at pinball design, but I feel like I'm going to want to... I feel like what I'm going to want to do is focus on taking the existing design here and making it work in other pinball software in the next year or so. I'm hoping the next season is about 18 to 24 months again. Some hermits had said, like, you know, is it possible for us to do this in such a way that we always, like, wrap up in December and then start in, like, February or March? You know, have a hiatus and then a season and then a hiatus and then a season. But 9 to 10 months, 10 and a half months just doesn't feel like long enough to most people. Most people think like 12 months is about right. But they also want to always take off 6 weeks by Christmas. And so there's no way to do that realistically. So what we were talking about doing is possibly just saying, like, okay, we'll do 18 to 24 months, but, like, some people might just go away for 6 weeks by Christmas, and we're going to yell at anybody who bothers them, why aren't you on the server? It's Christmas, let them be. So feel free to get yelled at if you bother people who have money to go skiing or take a break. I don't, I'll be here. Manti Gag says, I think most fans enjoy Christmas builds on the server. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like Cub Fan really enjoyed doing like the New Year's fireworks a couple years ago, and some of us really like doing Christmas builds. So we definitely want to have Christmas on the server sometimes, even if it's not every time. So, I don't know. So what we'll probably end up doing is 18 to 24 months, but probably closer to 18. Taking a break. Like, a lot of Europe also takes August off, so we might end up, you know, trying to time it so that people in Europe can take vacations or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, part of the problem is, too, we haven't necessarily... let's see. NJ says, be right back if you're still going to have to make phone calls. Wish me luck. Good luck, NJ. Matreem says, I love the fourth wall breaking talk. Oh, I'm glad. Joey Kohler says, you've done amazing this season. Thank you. Yeah, Dee says, although season 9 was the longest yet, I feel like I could have gone on for another 2 or 3 months. I personally would have liked to go for... I would have enjoyed having another 2 or 3 months myself. I would have been very happy with that. But, you know, other people were kind of at the point where they've already accomplished their goals for this season, and they have projects that they want to get started on. So you got to keep in mind, like, for somebody who's already finished their base, and they've, like, got this killer idea for how they want to spend the next 18 months, they're like, this next 18 months can't start soon enough. Right? So, you know, I don't blame people who want to end the season sooner so they can start the next season sooner. I 100% get that. Jacopi says, I heard the idea of instead of a new world, just move over 10,000 blocks and restart, making a long-lasting world. We had talked about that. I would have been happy with that because I would have just stayed here, but it gets kind of... One of the things that we realized is we get better interactions when we're close together. So if, like, me and Doc stayed over here working on our big mega builds. And then a bunch of other hermits went somewhere else. But then they were like, oh, but we can go back and play Decked Out whenever we want. Well, Decked Out's 100,000 blocks away, so it's a 15-minute minecart ride or something. Like, it ends up just, people end up wasting a bunch of time. It's better to just not do that. It's better in a lot of cases to just start over. Casey Boone says, I think Decked Out going until basically the end of the season means people didn't finish their bases because a lot of people just did Decked Out and didn't work on their bases much. Yeah, I lost a lot of time on this that because I was playing Decked Out, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, one of the other reasons that we used to do resets was because of lag, because the server would reach a point where it was no longer playable. And that's not as much of an issue these days as it was, but, you know. Salem says the lack of hard reset would lead to a lot of people being annoyed by folks asking, why not just use XYZ resource or visit your old base? Yeah, that's exactly it too. Yeah, that's a huge concern. We want to let fans just enjoy the show, and giving people extra things to be stressed about or anxious about is not good for that. Yeah, we did do something like that in Season 6 Finity because we were waiting on the new Minecraft update, and that was a huge problem. So we're no longer timing our releases around their updates. 121 might come out before we go live. It might not. We don't know, and we don't care at this point. Okay. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Season 10 start date has not been announced. Boldness says, I love when the hermits are close together, like the bottom hole in Season 8. Very cool. Yep. Mector says, what's the reason for having a break between seasons instead of keeping it open to finish builds? I would personally prefer that as well, Mector. But the thing is that some hermits, it's easier for people who need a break to feel like they can actually go away and take a break if the server's turned off. Nobody can be like, oh, you should be working right now. You know? Do we try to time the starting of new seasons with the release of Minecraft updates? Not anymore, because that ended up being a stupid idea. We used to try that, and it was not. It didn't work very well for us. SEC, whatever you think Mumbo said, there is not anything that we agreed on. I think Mumbo was confused when he said that. Okay. Alzanier says, I can't believe this season went through 3 entire Minecraft versions. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Logan Bissett says, will any Hermit projects be copied and continued in private servers? I mean, when the world download goes out, people can do whatever they want, but I don't know what people are doing. Gloomily says, I hope you announce Season 10 in a similar way to 9. The tweets might come out in the right order. Well, I will say I am very, very excited about Season 10. I have some really cool ideas that I want to show you guys. I found it's a challenge to create things that are better to show than tell. And that's kind of what I'm doing this next season. I think this Theseus iterative visuals and labyrinth thing mixed with some real world architecture should be pretty cool. And I can't wait to start building it. Jacques Pai says, the thing I worry about is the pressure to constantly get bigger and bigger with builds and ideas. Well, the thing is, though, that, like, you know, we take on projects that we want to take on. Scar wanted to build a theme park. That's why he took on Scarland. Doc wanted to do the perimeter. That's why he took on the perimeter. I wanted to build this pinball machine to world height. That's why I built a pinball machine to world height. You know, like, there wasn't pressure to build a pinball machine to world height. Nobody was like, oh, if you build a smaller pinball machine, you're a loser. But I was looking at it, I was like, well, this is the scale that lets me build the parts with the level of detail I want. And this was physically impossible in the game until now, because the world height actually went up with the launch of this season. Y'all might not remember, but the world height used to be a lot lower. So this is a build that I could never build in previous years. And previous seasons. So this was me embracing the medium. I wasn't pressured by the viewers to do that. I was excited by the opportunity. And my next building will probably be 20 blocks tall or something. I was doing the math. I was like, I was looking at the building and I was like, oh, this seems like a huge building in the real world. And then I'm like, oh, it's only 60 feet high. Like, which is tall, like, but that's 20 blocks. I'm like, wait. So I'm like doing the math on like the materials I'm gonna need. I'm like, wait, I need to make posts that are 20 blocks tall? That's like, this thing is like hundreds of blocks tall, right? So yeah. Yeah, season 9 is that old. Yeah, season 9 launched right when the world height went up. And so, yeah, I'm not pressured to build a bigger mega base. Like, my next base will be interesting. But it's not going to it's going to have a lot of interesting stuff to scale. But I'm not like, the thing is, the grounds around the base where the labyrinths are going to go is actually like the mega build. It's like I'm going to be doing like large scale terraforming and landscaping. I'm going to be outside a lot. There's going to be an underground part 2, because I'm going to build part of the labyrinth. My part of the labyrinth will not be in the parking lots. My part of the labyrinth will be underground. And I've got some ideas about kind of putting a bunch of Ravagers down there. And then I kind of like the idea of having, well, I don't want to go into it too much, but anyway, season 10 is going to be really cool. Season 10 is going to be really cool. The pinball stuff we'll come back to in season 11 in about 18 months in terms of Minecraft pinball, but I'm also going to keep working on this deep field project in other software, possibly on stream. So I would love to get the deep field play field working enough in like visual pinball or some sort of pinball emulator such that you guys could actually download it and play it. So Albin says, will you be building the interior of the building as well, or take some artistic liberties? So the interior of the building is not, well, it's got a really interesting lobby and kind of atrium structure to it, which is one of the reasons I chose it. But the rooms off of the atrium are just kind of like boring rooms, like offices or whatever. So I'm going to, in the place of those offices, I'm thinking I'm going to take the outer structure of the building and the atrium structure of the building, and I'm going to maintain those, but I'm going to turn the rest of it into a museum. And I'm basically, instead of having 4 stories of offices or something like coming off the atrium, I'll have a bunch of like exhibit rooms or exhibit halls. And so yeah. But we'll talk more about that next season. Hey, Craig, thank you for the tip in 20. Who says Merry Christmas, Joe? Woo! Thank you. So that's going to get us 14 past our next face camera expansion milestone. Here we go. It's time to expand Jost. Do. And we're going to lower the Joe opacity once I actually get it. Once I actually get this expanded. Here, we're going to find where's my eyeball. There it is. And we're going to lower the Joe opacity now to 9%. That puts us, once again, $6 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Where's that link? Here it is. Pinball machine is not done. I'm going to be working on it for the next 2 days. I'm just taking some time to answer some questions for the chat. In 70 minutes, we are going to be doing our final HHH of the season with Asuma, Cleo, and more. For right now, though, I am going to pull up my spreadsheet of people I need to thank. And, okay, it looks like... Okay. Bum. So, let's see. I need to do a quick hydration break. And Sean C. requested my Destinies in Tennessee. So we're going to go ahead and thank Patreon sponsor Sean C. for requesting that. Open recent media, open folder, select folder, stop. Where's my Destinies in Tennessee? So this is about a 5-minute song. If you need to refresh your drink too, you should. Let's get the sign up that we need. Why is that sign not visible? For some reason, my OBS is like not right. So not setting up stream, hydration break sign. Yeah, there it is. Great. Thanks, hydration break sign. You're exactly where I intended for you to be. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Not, great, but whatever. It worked. So we're going to go ahead and play my Destinies in Tennessee. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Then we're going to do about an hour of work on the pinball machine, and then we're going to start HHH. So this is going to be a pretty long stream. If you need to grab a drink, grab a snack, now's a great time to do it. See you shortly.
Say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics events. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokédex in hand. You run your laps chasing Lickitung in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on Solo U, but parades need a willing crew. All those Squirtles on chorals saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or polar bears from Mississippers. There's enough Weedles on Monteagle. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubble down the shovel. We could team sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. Just as a quick reminder, we are now about 2 hours into the stream, $6 away from our next face camera expansion milestone, and $46 away from the entrance of the Beetlejuice. Oh no, it's Oak, right? The break was just long enough for me to unload the dishwasher. Good for you, Oak. I got something done too. I restarted the dryer because the towels weren't dry. It's like, doesn't matter if you put it on high or not. It seems like dishwasher, or not dishwasher, the dryer. My brain. Yeah. I've never been able to just run the towels once. They're always still wet. Toxic had asked if I had done something to give the wood this like knotty texture. That's just something with the MIP mapping not working at this distance with that same type of block. It is probably time to clean the dryer vents. Although, I mean, I cleaned them before I put the towels in there, but yeah. I'm not putting dishes in the dryer again. I did accidentally put a mug in the laundry washing machine, but it was fine. It's still good. Santa Snow says, I drank water. It's an accomplishment. Yay. Okay, so at this point, I feel like we've had a good Q&A. I'm still going to be talking about stuff, but it's time for me to start getting some things done. I wanted to make sure that we kind of focused on talking about the new season and things before we get too much into working on things, but we need to work on things. We're almost out of season. I don't know if you noticed, but the season is ending on Wednesday, and so I need to awkwardly move my laptop around here. Probably should have put this spreadsheet on the desktop, but I'd really rather not do that. Okay. Where is the spreadsheet? Here it is. Okay. So, we need to put signs in on our Patreon thanks monument for all of the different patrons. So, for example, Bill Bro Baggins. Yes, it's spelled with one G. I don't know. I'm not here to judge people's names. I'm just here to type them. Oh yeah, so I need to put a 1 in that column under thanked. Goose. Put a 1 for Goose. Mimkness. put a red thing there. We've got quiet crowd. Thank you, quiet crowd. Appreciate you. It's wild looking through here how many people support the show that aren't like super active on the Patreon. Like I love the Patreon community that I've worked really hard with a great staff and a great group of kind of early founding members to build, but like it blows my mind sometimes like how many people support the show, and this is a good exercise to just take a second and revisit that. So thank you, RP1. Kyle Valier tips 50 who says sad to see season 9 go. It was so amazing. I know it was. So here's the thing. That is gonna get us $4 past 3 expansions from now. So let's go ahead for the first one. Here we go. Whoops, that is not the right layer. Where's my face? Expand. OBS starts freaking out when we get this crazy. Joe, do. And then finding my eyeball here and lowering the Joe opacity now to 6%. Do. So thank you, Kyle Valier, for that. But then we've got another one. Here we go. Expand juiced. Hey, Sauce Pals, thank you for the raid. I'm in the middle of a face camera expansion milestone here. So here we go. We're making the camera bigger to thank Kyle Valier for generously tipping 50. So we're going to find where my eyeball is. We're going to lower the Joe opacity. Before we lower it all the way to 3, going to turn it up, and we're going to show, here's how big y'all have gotten the camera today. Lowering it down to 3%, because that's what Kyle paid for. But then, actually, Kyle actually got us 3 face camera expansion milestones. And we're about to blow out this camera. Luckily, I have a song ready for this. And I don't want these monster noises to distract too much from it. Where is that song? Here it is. Webcam Expander, a parody I wrote of Paperback Writing.
Dear live stream viewers, will you watch my face? It took up your screams and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. It's off-color optics from a broken cam, and some other child just throws up its hands. The Jost is beaten for showtime now. It's a heady job, and he wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander.
Oh, good. That was all muted. Fantastic. I was just saying, hey, it's me, the Beetlejost, one you're really here to see. So thank you so much to everybody who's coming in for the Saucefire raid. Thank you, Kyle Valier, for the tip, getting us through that milestone. We're no longer doing those $20 milestones for Joe Hills. We're doing $50 milestones for the Beetlejost. If you want to get me out of that hot bar, I mean, I'm looking hot, I'm doing hot. It's fine, but you know what? We can always do better. So yeah, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Saucefire Raiders, this is a pinball machine. I've been building it for 18 months. I've got 2 days to basically wrap up all my work on it. So what we're doing right now is we are putting in names of people who are supporters on Patreon on signs on these tokens down here. So like over here we have RP1's name, Quiet Crowd, Mimpness, Goose, Bill Bro Baggins, Sir Nature Writer, that sort of thing. So yeah.
Anyway, that song was called Webcam Expander. It's a parody of a song by the Beatles called Paperback Writer. Some of you guys might have heard of Paperback Writer. Some of you haven't, because I'm constantly reminded I'm old. But that's fine, you know. I lived through the Black Plague, so yeah. I'm old. I get it. Fine. Okay. Speaking of things that are okay, this next person's name who backs on Patreon is literally just K. Message received. Next problem. Let's see who's the next person we gotta thank. Richard. Okay, yeah, we can thank Richard. Thanks, Richard. Whoa, you're great. Fantastic, Richard. Okay, then we've got Phelan the Wild, as opposed to Phelan the extremely calm. Phelan. How do you spell that? Phelan the Wild. Done. Next sign. Let's keep thanking people. We got a lot of people to thank. Since we're wrapping up this season, we've got to thank Parth. Thank you, Parth. I'm gonna alphabetize your name correctly. No, capitalize, whatever. Appreciate it, Parth. Let's see who else we got here. Nars Noodles. Welcome. Thank you, Nars, for supporting the show this year and a half. This pinball machine here would not have been. I would not have been able to embark on a project this bold, which literally goes from bedrock to build height. The top of the back box is at build height. Underneath the pinball machine here, the legs would actually go down basically to bedrock. This is a colossal scale pinball machine. So, yeah. Awkward One says, I haven't even heard of the person you're based on. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm old. I get it. Fine. Yeah, okay. Core concept. We're going to go back down. We're going to keep putting names on here, getting things done. So, yeah, where was I? Putting names down. Oh, wow. This one, next one is, Chris Toff Z. Thank you, Chris Toff Z. Is that right? No, that's not right. It's more like this. Yeah, look at that. I should charge extra to spell your name wrong. That's the sort of thing people like bragging about. Yeah, Joe Hill spelled my name wrong. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and thank Linwood. Thank you, Linwood. Appreciate you supporting the stream and the YouTube show. We got Lucas here. Lucas. Probably not George Lucas, but who knows? It could have been. Could have been. Let's see. We've got Robbie Rolls. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it. Let's see who else we got here. DJ Ozymandias. Woo, breaking it down. Mars Style in the new Watchmen series, I guess. Was he on Mars? No, he was on, like, Europa or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the show. Oh, wait. Where's the box with all the signs? Hey, welcome, Evan Netta. We are putting signs on to thank the Patreon sponsors. Everybody who, at some point or another, supported on Patreon at the $10 or above level. Yeah, it is a Beatles song for the Beetlejuice. Let's see. We got Nola A here. Yeah, Nola. I got to hang out with Nola twice at PlayOnCon. Very cool person. If you get a chance to go to PlayOnCon, play some board games, dice games, card games with Nola. Very, very cool. Ender Woe. Great name, Ender Woe. Great name. Let's see. Then we've got Extant Chain. So many people have great names on here. Then we've got Daitolo. Thank you, Daitolo, for supporting the show. Whoa. Let's see. We've got a lot of people that back who have the name Sean. This is Sean K. I know we've got a Sean C down the line. We've also got Sean the Band Geek. There we go. Then we got Jake H. Thank you very much, Jake H, for supporting the show. Oh, here's a fun name. Kitsune Foe. It's like a fox, but fake. Kitsune Foe. There we go. But yeah, if anybody's still here, Urban Bohemian. Sorry, I didn't get to greet you because I was in the middle of a whole thing earlier. But welcome, Urban Bohemian, Eric, Rex, Sauce. If y'all are still putting up with this, glad to have you. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of coming in like at a weird time because we're doing kind of the closing out of the season. So instead of like actively building stuff right now, I'm like, oh, I gotta frantically thank everybody. Let's see. The Next Avenger. That's a good name. Hope they meet the next assembler at some point. Let's see. We got Benji F. Benji F. Do 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 do. Benji F. Do 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 do. All right, here we go. Here we go. Then we've got Elsneck. Welcome. Thank you for supporting this show. Who else we got? We got J Cat. Glad to have you, J Cat, supporting the show. What Katie did. Dun dun dun. Then we got Neon Wyvern. There's a familiar name. Let's see who else we got here. Vil S. Thank you, Vil S, for supporting the show. Don't worry, there'll be signs next year too. Don't worry. Also, just as a reminder, we're up to $50 face camera expansion milestones. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills, and we are 46 away from the next one. So let's see, we got Potato Lucy. Thank you, Potato Lucy. Yeah, there we go. Then we got Kestrel Kell. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Steve T. Fantastic. Good stuff. Nobody spill him. Then we've got, let's see, Particle Bender. Particle Bender. Particle Bender, Particle Bender. Everyone wants to particle befriend a person who can particle bend. Particle Bender. Particle Bender. Let's see, then we got Rihanna on Dom. Dorn. It's Dorn. Really need a bigger font on this thing here. Okay. So there we go. Cordelia, everyone's favorite Buffy the Vampire Slayer character and character in King Lear. Hey, we got a tip rolling in for 10 who says, thanks for a great Season 9 show from Jerome. Thank you, Jerome. That's going to put us now, I guess, what, I don't know, I accidentally moved too many beats. We'll just say it's 35 away from the next expansion. Whatever, who cares? We're doing great. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So, here we go. Let's see. We got Moon Roses next. Let me scroll this down here so I can see it better. Yeah, there we go. Moon Roses. There's somebody in the chat often. Glad to see your name. Then we've got Lane A. Whoops. Shouldn't capitalize both A's. That's rude. Then we've got Claire C. Thank you, Claire C, for supporting the show. Then we've got Huff Glad Tim. Oh boy, weird capitalization on this one. Let's make sure we get it right. Boom. Sarah H. No, not so. Sarah spelled without an H, with an H in the last name. That's real easy to do. Okay. Mrs. Mayhem 86. Thank you, Mrs. Mayhem 86. Grace Winder says, is it on purpose you're putting the Patreon supporters on literally money? Well, it's not literally money. It's tokens, which are a They explicitly say on them that they are not currency. I mean, these don't. These ones say Sasuke, but like, it is absolutely intentional. Yeah, the reason that I prioritized building this coin tray. That's another thing. I'm sure some people are like, Joe, you were so behind on everything else in this project. Why would you build the coin tray before you got some part of the playfield done? It's because there was a chance that the season might end earlier than it did. And I wanted to make sure that I was prepared to start putting these on early if needed. These are figuratively money, but they're not literally money. Niraj says, what's going on exactly? We are putting up signs to thank the Patreon patrons who supported at the level to get their name on a sign, which is the $10 level. $10 and up patrons get their name on a sign. Jocelyn V. Dun dun dun. Golly Wolf. Dun dun dun. One more sign. So this one is Anna L. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Next up is MW. Thank you, MW. And this one is Muse of Afterthought. Ooh, that's a good name. Hermit's Helping Hermit starts in 45 minutes. Is it Afterthoughts or Afterthought? Yeah, singular. Done. The next one is Lily Rainwater. Let's go ahead and get that on there, yeah. Any of those creepers creeping around still? No, I think they've all despawned. Classic. Good for them. Okay. This next one is Varathan. Then after that, we have Andrew F. Andrew F. We're not doing great on die, I'll tell you that. We've got Mac A. Thank you, Mac A. Nebula Inc. Thank you, Nebula Inc. Yet another day, all one word. Thank you, yet another day. Here we go. Lychee, that's a good name. Sounds delicious. A Sidonite. We met Sidonite at PAX. If you're watching, hope you had a great time at PAX Sidonite. Then we've got Frankie Lou. There we go. This is a weird name. Hi Solo Eos. Thank you. Hi. We'll say hi. Hi. Ill Thumbs. Thank you, Ill Thumbs, for supporting the show. Now we're out of red dye at this point. So that was, I think, the first. That was, oh yeah, because we used some of the red dye to make the other color dyes. So that we've done 61 names so far, which is about a quarter of what we need to do. Not sure how we're doing on signs. Hey, welcome, Incredible Mike. Glad you could join us. Oh, yeah, we probably have enough signs here. This is probably good. And let's unload the rest of this. That's garbage we don't need. Okay. Do. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So let's keep going. Incredible Mike says, "What are you working on, Joe?" This is our Patreon monument for the season. Oh, I also need to grab rockets while I'm kind of between steps here. We are putting everybody's name who was a Patreon patron at the $10 and up level into here. Niraj says, "Joe, you've been playing HermitCraft since season 1, right? I've heard most hermits are worn out by the constant pressure to do better. What do you feel in this regard?" Not that. I feel like that's the sort of thing that people feel when they can give everything to a project and then still feel like they haven't done enough. But as a single parent, like, basically, I have never felt like I was ever able to put everything into what I'm doing here. And so I treasure the time I get to spend here. This is like the least stressful part of my life. So like I think it's a matter of perspective. But like I keep thinking like, oh man, if I had more time I could do even better. But like realistically, there's only so much time I can have, you know? So Sarah 6x20 says, "Do you do one of these every season?" I think that's very cool. I do. Yeah, so last season I had a garden with trees with names on them underneath the castle. The season before that, we had the containers on the inside of the Ever Given had signs. Yeah, Hermit's Helping Hermit starts in 40 minutes. But yeah. Okay, so let's see. We got Prank Floyd. Then we got Jazzy Wolf. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Jazzy Wolf. We got Bites of Infinity. Thank you, Bites of Infinity. Do infinity with a proper spelling. Bites of Infinity? More likely than you think. Okay, and then we've got Lexi M. Thank you, Lexi M. Okay, so then what's next? Hey, it's Yandelion. Yandelion. And then we got DW. Hey, DW. Alrighty, then we got Micro Bird. The tiniest bird you ever heard. Then we got Fabled Whatever. Most fabled of whatevers. Done. Get that on there. Boom. Then we got Extrema 88. Then we've got Kevin R. Let's get Kevin R on there. And then we've got Emmanuel. And then we've got Lucas R. Not Lucas Arts, just Lucas R. When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck. Gideon says, "I thought season 9 ended. It ends on the 20th. And then we've got Zealot Wig. Or Zaliot Wig. Okay. And then we've got Mouse. Hey, wait. Is Quill Lava Bucket here? Quill Lava Bucket, you've got 2 names in this. Do you want to be under Mouse or Quill Lava Bucket? Oh. I guess it takes a while. Oh, yeah, because I've got the Quill Lava. Okay. Hey, and then we got a new patron rolling in. Wait. Hold on, what? That doesn't look right. I thought that person was a Patreon patron before. Am I wrong? That person was a Patreon patron before. Okay, well, they're already on the list, but okay. So cool. No worries. Thank you very much, Mike, for re-signing up for Patreon. The fact that you were on at all this season, though, like you were guaranteed to be in here. You're further down the list, which is why I was a little confused. But yeah, Ace of Arthropods. Okay. Coyote Lovely. Ow. I can't do a coyote howl. 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 Boy, I feel like I could move a castle. Okay. Let's see. Who's this one? Father of the Western. It's an interesting name. Yeah, understandable, Incredible Mike. No worries, no worries. We've got Lin P. We've got Rough Boy. Okay, then we've got Lucas S. Lucas is a very common name apparently among my a lot of Sean's and a lot of Lucases. Daniel A. Let's get Daniel A in here. Well, thank you for supporting the show, Incredible Mike. It's appreciated. Let's alphabetize that or color it, code it, or whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Jonathan L. Thank you, Jonathan L, for supporting the show. Golden Lag. Done. Brennanum. Brennanum. Do 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 do. A Brennanum. Do 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 do. A Brennanum. Do 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 do. A Brennanum. Starlit Wixen. Not Vixen. That's not a misspelling. That's actually just what the name they put in there. The dungeon is ready for its next Vic the Victim. It's a good name. A lot of good names in here. Okay, who's next? SDR. Esdir. Got it. Okay, that's how you pronounce that probably. Galan. Craig Sirota. Craig Sirota. Thank you, Craig, for supporting the show. Okay. La da 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 do 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 do. Craig Sirota. Siona G. Thank you, Siona G. Nicholas B. Paul S. Thank you, Pauls. Let's see. Unlimited creativity. Thank you, Unlimited Creativities, for supporting the show. And then we got Ink Curious. Ooh, Ink Curious. It's nice. As we go through this list, we're kind of hitting people who have been on, like, longer. So it's like some of the names will get more familiar as we go. Like Incurious and Unlimited Creativity are always in the chat, it seems like. Then we got Mel. And presumably this is what you use to eat rabbits. Bunny fork. We've got Milky Snowman. That's a weird name. Okay. But whatever, fine. Not here to judge. I'm just incidentally judging. Michael G. Thank you, Michael G. Andy B. Thank you, Andy B. Am I taking a break between seasons? I am not. HermitCraft is, though. Oh. We already got Sir Nature Writer earlier because they resumed their Patreon. Paul O. Okay. So let's jump into Paul O. Julia J. Welcome. Thank you, Julia J. This is Patreon supporters at the $10 or above level. Alpaca-tastic. Whoa. Let's get some more signs on here. We've done 114 of these so far out of 289. So we're about a third of the way done. Here's a name, Lemonberry Conda. Okay. Interesting. Is that short for like condiments? Is that like a type of mustard? Hotel Towel. Very distinctively textured name. Ganymede. Electra 310. And we got Personal Zombie. Let's see what's next. Jimmy H. Jimmy H. Do. Dorothy C. Scott C. Surprised there's not more Scotts on here. It's like a pretty common name, but then we got Heidi. Jennifer B. Okay. Come around here then. Kat Karuko. Let's try and spell that right, just as a courtesy to Kat Karuko. Okay, we got Karina. Prism. Yeah, I'm gonna need a break for this before HHH, since I'm gonna start spelling worst and worst, worse and worse. Wow, wow. Okay, September. David W. Nolan. Sharf. How many F's is in Sharf? Looks like 6. We almost out of red dye. We are almost out of red dye. Oops, don't add an A after David W. Alicia. Jason. Hey. Pan Pie Pid. Centauratron. No, Drubaka, you're way down the list. I've seen your name on this. We're not there yet. We've got Alexis. 87. Okay, this next one I know for a fact is Joju, even though you don't have it in your Patreon account because you just tipped me and this is not a very common name. So we're going to put you in as Joju here. But yeah, you can set your Patreon account name to whatever you want. It's an option you have. But yeah, if you hadn't tipped earlier, I would not have necessarily made that connection. Frank M. Karake. Blasting noise. Are we still doing HHH today, and will it be streamed? Yes, it starts in 25 minutes. Faulty. Cryptic Fan. Job. That's a great name. Job. I like the mouth feel. Let's see. Astra. Noel P. Alice K. Whoops. Let's get some more signs in here. Luke C. Axiom Ace. Tom. James C. Okay, we're past the halfway point now, y'all. Wesley S. Charlie T. Janie Laney. Hey, Miss Janie. We need to do more stuff hanging out with Janie. I talk to her in her stream sometimes. I just hop in her chat, but like we don't really like hang out these days. It's just been so hectic. Life, you know. Okay, so we've got about 150 names on just this top shelf here. So I was a little worried we were going to run out of space, but it doesn't look like that's going to be a concern. So that's good to see. Let's see, so we just did Janie Laney. And then Anton S. Gothic Pixie. That's all lowercase, so. Adam R. Maybe he's a pirate. R. Hey, welcome, Metricate. We are just building my Patreon monument underneath my pinball machine here. We're wrapping up this HermitCraft season on Wednesday, so I need to thank all my Patreon patrons at the $10 above level by getting their names inside the build here. So I thought, you know what? Since tokens are what let people play pinball, and these people's support is what let me play Minecraft on HermitCraft this year, I figured I'll put their names on the tokens around the edges, you know? Blocker MC says, can you put me on a sign? Signs are for people that support the show via Patreon at the $10 a month or higher level. So it is theoretically possible if somebody signs up between now and the last time I get on the server on Wednesday, but I don't know what time I'm going to get on the server on Wednesday. Don't sign up last minute hoping to get on there. Like, E-Gear. Navsade. Oh, wait. Hold on. Rule, home keys. WF Kiwi. Arrow Awesome. I don't think Mumbo read what we wrote accurately. We have not promised the world download for the 25th. I'm not sure why he said that. It might happen now that 1 million people are looking for it on the 25th. But that was not the plan, and I have no idea why he thought that. Laura 47. But yeah, don't expect the world download on the 25th. I don't know why that's out there. Gabriel. Well, it's not your mistake, but yeah, I'm just letting you know. Derek AF. Tom H. Michael C. Is Technologic still here? You're about to get on a sign, Technologic. Now is your moment, if I can spell your name right. Technologic. Woo, done. Okay, Chloe J. is up next. There we go. Running out of that red dye. Quirky. Ben S. Let's see. This is MJ from Pittsburgh. Done. I was just in Pittsburgh. It was fantastic. Dottie Matrix. Hey, there's a name we all know. Dottie did some amazing work in some of our community build contests. We've got James T up next. Not James T. Kirk, just James T. Don't get confused. Now we're out of red dye. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We need to go get more red dye. I need to take a quick hydration break. So we're going to put the hydration break sign up. And then we're going to thank somebody. Let's see who we need to thank. Let's see. Dwu Baka had requested lines. Let's go ahead and play that. And I will be right back.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history. Past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do, or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead, and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. A power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always butcherous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves, we're the private enemy. Becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative. We won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us home, to bring us home.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get that. Whoa, why is it playing more
Falcon
songs?
Punch!
No, we're not doing more songs. We don't have time for that. Get that hydration break sign out of there. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. It's me, the Beetlejuice. I'm down here in slot 9, putting the hot in the hot bar. We got a lot to do. We just put up 175 names on signs down there, and we got about 125 more to go. So if, like NJ Coffee Junkie, you're coming in here and going like, oh, have I missed my name? There's a good chance you have not missed your name, especially if you've been around for a long time. Let's go ahead, though. We're going to run to Cleo's place real quick. And Cleo's not online, so we're going to... Boop. Switch over to recording mode real quick. I've had so much success flying around with these fireworks that I got from Impulses that clearly I am going to just keep doing what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and trade a few more things. Obviously, barter systems are functional. They work. You know, as the server draws to a close, it's a good time to give Cleo a little bit of an extra experience. Here's a mangrove boat, a firework rocket, and an arrow. These are all things she can enjoy. Diamonds. You can't take them with you. But boats are forever. They're one of the best investments known to humans. That's why rich people buy so many yachts, because they can only go up in value. Anyway, you might say, Joe, what do you need all the red dye for? I have been hard at work
on my Patreon signs here, thanking people like Gothic Pixie and Matt T and Void and Atlanteus and, you know, a lot of people. We got a lot of names to put on signs. Quirky, Technologic, MJ from Pittsburgh, Dottie Matrix. I've got like 125 signs I still need to put up, and I feel like 3 stacks of red dye, even if I make some mistakes, that'll get me through it. So I'm going to keep working on this now. Time switch. Switch. Why did I say switch? Awkward one wrote the word switch in the chat, and I read it at the same time. Hold on. So with 125 names left to slap onto the sides of these tokens, actually, let's do something with I felt like because tokens are what let players play games, you know, that maybe I should recognize the folks. Hold on. Let's try that again. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for my Patreon thank you monument this year, I was thinking, what enables people to play pinball? Tokens, right? So maybe as a token of my appreciation for my Patreon patrons, I could put their names on these signs here on the tokens because, you know, they're the ones that let me play games. I don't know. Maybe it's a stretch, but I've got a lot of these left to do, and I'm realizing it's hard to, like, jump between spreadsheets and type and talk to y'all at the same time. So I think we're just going to time skip right through this one. Time skip. Stop recording. Face camera back on. Alrighty, so we're going to keep going. Howdy, X. Glad to see you. Hey, Dahlia. Let's get Dahlia's name in there. Woo. There we go. And then we've got the intrepid Mr. Rico with intrepid spelled wrong. I can't spell this incorrectly the way he wants me to. My brain just doesn't let me do it. It's fine. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong line here. Hold on. Okay. A Wizard of Docks. This is 2 wizards in a row, basically. And then we've got Arden. And then we've got Bing Bong, popularized from Inside Out, I guess. And then we've got, hey, it's P. Marincac. Thank you, P. Marincac, for your long-term support of the show. I know you were here earlier. Then we've got Phantom Star 189. Haven't seen them today, but yeah, you are appreciated as well, Phantom Star 189. Who's next? Colin H. Thank you, Colin H. And then we've got Curtonius. Thank you, Curtonius. Then we've got Paul K. Thank you, Paul K. Lakshmi 13 up next. Hey, just got to hang out with Lakshmi 13 at PAX. Thank you, Lakshmi 13, for the beautiful handmade bag that you provided. I've actually, not only did I use it at PAX, but I also just used it in Pittsburgh. It's a fantastic piece of workmanship. Thank you. Alouette, Jaunty, Alouette, Jaunty Blue Marais. And, let's see. Stephanie Hall, 17. Stephanie Hall is usually here for the evening streams, not always in the morning. But, Stephanie, you are appreciated. Here's another morning person, though, Shifty Pumpkins. But Shifty Pumpkin loves Zombie Cleo, so Shifty Pumpkin is probably in the Cleo. I don't know if Cleo's live. Oh, Cleo's not live. So Shifty Pumpkin might be here.
Then we've got Matthias S. Thank you, Matthias S. Nightmare J says, Joe, I got your hollow sign card. Awesome. Iggy42 says glow ink would work better. If you use glow ink on 300 signs in one area, it causes a bunch of lag on vanilla clients. And so I don't want people who load this up to be unable to explore the pinball machine because they're too much lag. Let's see, I am Kanika. Thank you, Kanika, for your support. Tabris Valentine. Dun dun dun. Let's see, then we've got George A. Thank you, George A. Then we've got Cien F. Voluntary exile. Killer raid captain. Oh, I bet False is gonna start a raid on purpose. Yeah, glow ink is fun, but it doesn't scale. Hey, James, thank you very much for the 20, who says, thanks so much for Season 9. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in Season 9. Thank you, James. That's going to get us now 15 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. Let's see, then we've got Pink Distortion. Whoops. We've got Lucas H. And we got, let's see, we're on to number 205 here, out of about 300. We got Daniel, solid name. Thomas J. Fay Ray. I was actually thinking a lot about the Book of Daniel recently, because there's some sort of joke to demanding, if you, I was thinking like if you were writing like a fake rap song, there's a joke to be like, I'm a modern day Nebuchadnezzar, demanding Daniel tell me my American dream before he tells me what it means. I don't know. I'm workshopping it. Brigitta K, thank you. You know what rhymes with Brigitta K is Monate. Thank you, Monate, for your support. Okay, then we've got Rachel W. Superstone. Thank you, Superstone. Always doing amazing things on the Minecraft server. Scout FDT. Thank you, Scout. Bear 33. Why would I was trying to type a 1 to mark that I had filled it in. Okay. Done. Thank you, Bear 33. Another long-term Patreon Minecraft player. Peter G. Thank you, Peter G. What is this? Annie AG. Thank you. Mine's are. Oh, wait, no, I skipped one. Madeline K. Thank you, Madeline K. We've got Mind's Eyes. Thank you, Mind's Eyes. Oh, I'm kind of. This got away from me. I missed the whole middle row, didn't I? Piper. Thank you, Meadow Piper. Quantum Fluxiva. Oh, Fluxtiva. Thank you, Quantum Flux TV. Andrew AJC. Howdy.
Hey Joe, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just working on my Patreon monument.
Oh, nice. Are
Yeah.
we like cleaning stuff up today, or what's going on?
Hold on. Yeah, I think so. This was a Suma's thing, really, though.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. I'll go try find him then.
Yeah. I was gonna wait for him to tell us where to assemble, and then when he didn't, make my own demands. But until then, I'm gonna do the courtesy of letting him take the lead.
Okay. All right, Joe. Sorry for interrupting
No,
you.
no problem. No, sorry. I was like super focused because I got a spreadsheet full of names, and yeah.
Yeah. That spreadsheet blindness. I know.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
You get very, very
Been there.
Focused.
Yes. All right, Joe. We'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Red. Okay. Shawnard. Another long-term Patreon player. Ginger, not a ninja. Okay, Fifth Alice. Kathleen S. Thank you, Kathleen S. It is already on the hour, waiting for X to call us to order. So I'm just going to try and cram in as many of these as I can. Sky TS. Thank you, Sky TS. Ray McKay. Ray McKay. Thank you. Ed Butler. Regular stream viewer. Tori B. Let's see. Kaijo Wolf. And then Chef Nutmeg. And then Grace Windeer with an A. Madeline C. Thank you, Madeline C. Lyric. Diona K. Where are we going? Spawn, maybe. Okay, let's wrap up with Cliff Anderson for right now, who is an incredible research librarian at Vanderbilt. Taught me all sorts of things about XML. Very cool guy. But we can't. We're just to Though Connor. Though Connor too. It's like, there's so many names here that we're kind of at the point now we're hitting all these names like, oh, it's Alec, it's Case Walker. Like we gotta get Case Walker in here. We're getting into like a string of like everybody beyond this point is somebody who's like been like supporting the show forever. So it's like I gotta speed type a lot of these. Thank you, Alex R. toxic glitter. Darth Vorthen. Got to hang out with Darth Vorthen at PAX. That was a lot of fun. Not PAX, PlayOnCon, yeah. Mantua Maker. I'm not gonna have time to get all these done before HHH. We've still got like 50 left. How many L's is that? Melissa. Forgetly, who really swept our first ever pinball tournament years ago. Izzy the Dryad. Meep Cubed. How many E's in Easy Peasy? 4 E's. Thank you, Easy Peasy. H. That's a nice, easy to spell name. Michael H. Also easy to spell. Abby Normal. Kindalis. John F.W. Quiet Devious. X Hades Stamps. So where are we meeting? Gaia Eagle. Nether Hub. Okay. Well, then the next sign would be for Badger Spanner, who will absolutely forgive me if I don't put a sign on that says Badger Spanner right away, because I have to go meet up with everybody in the Nether. Okay. See. We're going to get to the rest of the names, because Badger will definitely not let me forget to put a Badger Spanner sign in. But we're probably not going to get to the names on stream. Well, I don't know, maybe. Because I want to just get this all done. I've got a good groove to it. Yep, that's the tokens in the coin box. Have all the names on them. But yeah, we've got, if you didn't hear your name yet, we've got like 40 more people, and like I said, it's hard to rip myself away because these are all like people who have been here forever at this point. But yeah, I will get your names in there, don't worry. But we got to go catch up with everybody.
Mobs,
Killed
right.
and killed you.
Mobs.
Oh, that's different to the other screen. You killed a player 49 times, the player killed you 44. Interesting.
There's a ghast, there's a ghast. Oh my god.
I don't want to talk about
Leo.
this.
Oh my god.
Too many hermits in the hub. Yeah, we should
What do
go.
you got,
Okay.
Ren? What do you got?
I've been
I
killed
wouldn't go
multiple
that
times
way.
than
I
I've
wouldn't go
killed
that
Jim.
way.
Don't have a positive KDA?
No.
There's a
Oh, he's
ghast
got a
in this
negative
tunnel.
KDA.
There is a ghast
21
in that
kills,
tunnel.
24 fragged.
We've broken the mob switch.
Is this?
Tango
Can we
didn't
change that? Can we
anticipate
change
this
that? Can we
many
change that,
hermits
please?
No.
being in
Yeah,
the
Dang
nether
it.
at the same time.
So, I'm
Hey,
gonna
Cleo.
turn
Okay,
you
to
down.
the overworld.
Hi,
Let's
Ren.
go
I'm just
before
gonna
we
turn you
break this
down a
hub.
little bit.
Am I very loud? I'm sorry.
Dogfan
That's
says
okay.
maybe you missed a
Definitely your
PayPal
fault, not
tip.
me having you
Are you
196.
I
Jerome?
think we should. I think
Why did you
We
have
got
to get on the
Jerome,
overworld?
We're gonna have more.
James,
I don't
and
know.
Craig.
Well,
were the
we're
last
here to
ones.
do the Nether Hub, right? Like I
here to
called
do
this
things.
thing.
I think I
together.
thanked
Oh,
all
did you want
those
to do the
people.
tunnel? Okay.
Well, you know, it doesn't. I don't know. Like it was just something I kept looking at and thinking this could do being finished off. Do you want to come have a look?
Sure.
Okay. I
Because
thought we
we
were
might be
gathering
able to
to...
knock
Nether
it out
mobs.
real quick.
I thought.
Yeah,
I
then
thought
we
you
can
were
clean
doing
the server.
overwhelmed stuff.
So this is the shortest tunnel in the Nether,
Oh yeah.
and
Wow.
Here is where it ends, and like there's a tunnel on the left that isn't hooked up, and then potentially another one to build on the right that goes to 2 different locations.
We have
So
to
I
build
thought-
stuff on stream?
Hermit's helping hermits, man.
Hold on. We're doing
What did you
predictions?
think this was?
I can't
We
just
were-
kill you guys.
Didn't we talk about
Cleaning.
cleaning up the world for the world download?
Okay. Well, if you think other stuff is of a higher priority, I'm totally fine with that. This was a project I thought would be nice to wrap up because all the other tunnels are like finished. You know, they go somewhere
Yeah.
and then they have an end, whereas this
I mean,
one
but
it's
how
like,
much,
ugh.
like, how far is this tunnel got to be? Is the question.
Probably,
not wrong,
probably
X.
no
You're not
further
wrong.
than this section where I'm standing here. Like, there's
Okay,
a
so we
tunnel
don't have
on
to
the
worry about
right,
those
there's a tunnel on
portals.
the left. Yeah, and we can build another tunnel here as well. If we want to.
Okay. All right.
But
I'm down.
I mean, what's the priority? Because I get what you're saying about cleaning stuff up.
Yeah,
I
we could
mean,
probably
like-
knock this out pretty quick though.
I mean, honestly, like, if we just put a wall here, like, no one's going to want to go to Tango's ice farm.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the
Well, we
responsibility
should-
of
we
whoever
should-
lives on the tunnel to finish it. That's why, you know, I did the yellow tunnel out to yellow 30. You know, does anybody even live on the blue tunnel?
Joe, I live on the
I
blue
live on the
tunnel,
blue
but
tunnel.
15,000 blocks. So let's get busy, guys.
Yep, here we go. 15,000 blocks.
Really,
no
Ren, that's
problem.
your responsibility.
Who's
I don't know
cutting
what-
down crimson trees? Because we're going to need about 50,000.
We got all the crimson logs we need in here. We got andesite. We got
Chapman's
cobblestone.
Taking
I
that.
collected some of the materials already.
Okay.
Stop it, Ren.
What have I done?
It's
I
the,
don't do
it's, the,
anything.
it's the giggling, Ren. It's always the giggling.
Okay, so we need stairs.
You bring out the schoolboy in me, Cleo. Sorry.
I don't know how
okay.
to take that, but sure. Okay.
Okay, cool. So
Sure.
shall we figure out what resources we need? Maybe that's a good start. So crimson is good. We need that. We need a bunch of andesite stuff.
We,
Yep.
we don't really need a huge
Right?
amount of anything, really, do we? If we're going out here. Like,
Yeah. Seems like Azuma's brought a lot of it.
Yeah,
Nice,
I,
nice work, X.
I did that
Nice
a while
work.
ago. I just grabbed some
do we
stuff.
have any andesite? Andesite is the
All
key
in there.
factor at this point.
Yeah, we need some
Okay, so it
andesite.
needs to go
we have andesite?
Okay.
7.
There's like not much.
New.
Oh, it's a 1, 2.
I can go back
we
to.
wanna
I
make
mean,
do we want to make a voice chat before we
Oh,
do
look
anything?
at this.
yeah. Let's make a
Box
voice
of
chat.
andesite. I'm useful.
Oh,
Okay.
there is a box of andesite. We
There
could
we
also
go.
go 15,000 blocks to my island where there is an insane amount of rubbish that we could use.
I'll create a group HHH.
Yeah, let's do that. Swing
I
spot
see
and
the
stuff if we need to.
the enthusiasm to go to my
but
15,000
no,
block
too
base
far.
is not very high.
Look, I've been there
Too
once. I've been all the way out there once. I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know why we had a tunnel out there, but now I know.
Yes. I mean, yeah. If you ever need
We got-
wool
we got
and stuff, you can
HHH,
go out
I'll make
there.
it work.
HHH group.
Oh, yeah.
HHH group.
Group.
Okay, great.
Ha!
Group, group, group,
Ha,
group.
ha,
Okay, we're in.
ha, ha, ha.
There
We're
we
in.
go.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's get busy. Breaking blocks.
And place
what
Like,
we
will
do
lots
do.
best.
doing stuff.
Breaking and placing. Mining and crafting.
Is that wrong?
Mining and
I placed 4 blocks. I already feel like I messed up.
I think you did mess up. I think this is...
I think this is very
It's
easy.
almost right. It's almost right.
Like, really, what we need is Tango here to just tell us what to do.
Yeah.
What we always need.
We need a site manager, right? That's what we need.
Tango is
We also need a
great site
crafting
manager.
table. Does anybody have a crafting table?
I'll get you one, Ren.
No. I
13
do
in this
not.
box.
Oh, wait, we don't. We've got this machine over here. This
Here you
does
go,
things
crafter.
too.
Yeah, use that. Use that.
Okay.
Is that stone instead of
Okay, let's
andesite
make some of
there?
these. Make some
Yeah,
of
it's
All right,
mostly a
polished.
case of just
Polished.
like copying what's already here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and take care of the andesite up the top.
Okay.
Okay.
That
Okay.
also means
Okay.
I need some
Like,
crystals.
Okay, and aside at the top, we need this.
how like what's the distance between the
Ow!
things?
What
Oh yeah,
happened?
does anyone want to go on
Beating
like
on each
blaze
other
duty?
already.
Blazes are
I'm
a
on
pain
fire.
in the butt.
Just to
Well,
keep
we
your eye
know
out for
that,
Blaze.
Ren, but what's the problem?
Who's responsible for this?
There's a blaze behind you. Is this supposed to go here? Is this right?
No.
I think we should. I think I should.
Like, I think we need to do these bits before we do anything else. We are such failures at this. Just
I don't
saying.
remember how to build another tunnel.
I'd already counted that out. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, and it ended there.
Okay. What the?
How are there blazes here? I'm confused. There shouldn't be blazes here,
Confusedudled.
right? Oh wait, there's a
That
fire
again.
here.
That is not where they go. I've just
Okay.
removed those.
Okay.
Okay.
One of us needs to breathe. It might be excellent.
Sorry about that. Ow!
Oh, Hermit's individual, absolute genius. Altogether, 3 brain
Oh.
cells.
3?
Oh,
I don't
these-
think we got that many. That's a lot. I
This,
don't know if there's 3.
Oh, the blazes are ridiculous.
this
Why
is
are there
not
so
going
many?
well. This is not going well.
Kill them.
We expected it to go well. I mean, I
You'd
don't
think
know
we'd be
who
professionals
you're
by now.
thinking you are, Ren. This
Wait,
is
hold
gonna
on.
go
Here,
well.
Cleo, this will fireproof you.
Listen, I've been playing Minecraft a long
Why
time.
are the
Thanks.
different sides not
That's
lined
feather
up? though,
falling.
X?
Sure.
Oh yeah, they're not lined up. No, this is wrong. This is wrong.
No. That's right. It's the things
But why
underneath
is
that are
this
wrong.
side?
It's the thing underneath that's wrong.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
about to say they're in the right spot. You just got to line up the front of it.
Okay, we got this.
So-
How's
so-
this, Jim?
so-
How's this? Are we good? Are we
Don't
symmetrical?
walk down. Oh god, I didn't realise that there would be blazes down here. Ow!
Not fun, is it?
Does anybody have any
Sounding
noob
like my
juice?
dad, X.
Do we have noob juice, please? So that we can ignore this pain. Hold on, I might have noob juice for everybody.
Cub shop.
Why
Let's
is
just grab some.
This here.
I've got some.
Where
I
is
got
this
some.
here?
I got some. I might even have a splashy splash of this.
A splashy doodles.
Yeah, hold on, let me check. Is this flash? No, that's flash. That's strength. Never mind. Okay, who needs some noob juice? Jem,
Yeah. No,
have this
let me-
tasty bottle of ear butter. And Pumpkin.
Makes me
And
shudder
T-Rex.
every time.
I'm still not Jen.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Still?
Did you get it? It is behind you.
I did
You
not.
get called Gem. I
It
get
is
called
behind you.
Pearl. I don't know what
Yeah.
Pearl.
Who would
Yeah,
do
butter.
that?
Yum, 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 yum.
It's not ear
Um,
butter. My god, no. And if it is,
Where you at,
I-
Impulse? You want some?
I went to go get
Oh,
chiseled blocks because we didn't have
Okay.
those. I'm on my way back.
Oh, there's stone here to craft it.
Because there's
Alright.
full sulfur stones.
So, what
I brought
has gone
some
wrong
already
here?
crafted. It's authentic.
Right, this
Nicely
thing
done.
shouldn't
Handcrafted.
exist. This thing here shouldn't exist.
I don't remember
So I'm gonna
how
take
to
it out.
build.
I
I don't
wanna
either.
build it. It's end of season. We don't need to build anymore. It's fine.
I thought.
We're building.
Oh yeah,
Things are
there's
building.
like
We can
every
do
other.
it.
There
We're
isn't
getting
one.
there.
Huh,
Is
I
this
didn't
what
notice
it's gonna
that.
be like at the
Is this
beginning
it?
of season 10? We totally forgot how to play Minecraft.
Yes.
No,
100%.
no. We'll remember
It's gonna
on the
be
break,
worse.
but just
Shall we cap it off after here? We leave this space for this tunnel.
we'll
Yeah.
Put
put
up
some
the
space
wood
to get
and
to
then
Ren's.
yeah, okay.
You can just
And
leave a
then-
little
Yeah,
hole
we won't
for
we
me.
won't
Fine.
we won't
I just
cut
need
it
a
off
hole.
completely.
I just need a
No,
hole.
no, no.
It's
What
fine.
we
Do we
need is
have
we need
amethyst for
lettering
in
that just
behind?
says Ren.
Oh, amethyst.
the end of the tunnel.
Dude, they are rotten.
Do we have amethyst? Anybody?
I've got amethyst back at my base, but it is
I
far.
have amethyst back at my base. It is a trek.
My
Hang
base
on, I
is
might-
right next door, and there's
supposed to
probably
be
everything
amethyst.
we
It
need
might
there.
be in my armor stand boxes. It's not in my armor stand boxes, no.
My base is right next door. If anyone wants to grab amethyst, there'll be loads
Yeah,
in there.
amethyst goes in the middle of this thing. Okay.
And then stone pillars. Right. Where,
We have the
Then
blue glass as
These
well.
things,
with the blue glass, which we definitely have.
like this.
Right. Maybe I should have
The most
stayed at my
important
base.
thing we need is blue candles. Who's got these?
And we need
That's
deep
super important,
slate.
huh?
Very important. It's that little extra special little touch
It's,
that brings
it's
the
the
tunnel
touch.
Oh,
together.
God!
Yeah. You're on fire again.
No, there's
Oh.
friends! Cleo!
No, there's,
Ah!
there's anger.
Oh, no. Bye!
Hermit's helping hermits not die.
Maybe I'll just be on guard duty.
You know
That's a
what,
great
Jem?
idea.
That is possibly the best thing you can do for me at this point.
With the amount of blazes down there, we need someone.
Oh,
Oh, we got noob
we need
juice now.
someone
We good.
competent, which is.
I don't
which
have a
is-
bow is the only thing.
Impulse. Here we go. I got something for you. Sip on this, good sir.
Uh-huh, thank you.
Lovely. It's a fresh batch.
That's a full block.
Fresh from Ren's
Delicioso.
ears.
Ooh, I'm one-shotting these blaze.
Whoops. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Is anybody else right-clicking when they should be left-clicking?
Just map
Is it
them
just me?
differently.
I'm not,
Just
but
swap 'em.
I have these reflexive impulses to heal and jump boost and stuff. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've tried to
Aim
dash fly
Yeah.
instead of using rockets. It's pretty embarrassing.
Too much modded Minecraft.
Okay.
Too much modded.
Here?
It's a delicious,
Here?
guys. We like that.
Here.
Delicious.
Delicious.
I think those
What
guys
is
Honestly,
delicious?
Words.
I nearly did the Dora thing again, but I'm more grown up than that. So
Wait a minute.
Get the
Something's gone
Are
wrong.
you?
Oh, whoops.
shush you!
I missed that.
Silence!
What? You sure?
Okay. Now like a so. And we need some more of this stuff. Okay, we're getting there.
Don't sigh.
We are, we are.
Cleo.
I'm not sighing at you. I'm just sighing at the situation.
Why?
I feel like a
What do
parent.
you
I'm not
feel about the
disappointed
situation,
with
Cleo?
you.
Yeah, what do you feel? What are you feeling right now? Share your feelings
What am
with
I
your friends.
feeling right now? Shame
Yeah.
and despair.
Oh no.
Sounds like my morning.
I don't think that was the thing.
Wow.
Okay, this is insight into. I am streaming, just so you all know before we. I
Oh
think
yeah,
they
I'm
can
streaming
hear
it.
too.
us.
Are we not supposed to be streaming this HHH?
Oh, these
No,
are
no,
on.
no. It was.
Oh,
what,
no,
the,
we
the
streaming.
thing that was advertised as
streaming.
streaming. We streaming, but I just wanted
Okay.
people to know that before.
You say something.
world
different.
will
What's
see
going
us.
on at the
we
roof
should have
level?
a
That's
therapy
great.
session right now live. I don't understand.
I
A
think
group
we probably
therapy
do.
session.
It sounds like
Who's
some
the-
people need to talk through their feelings.
Can your
Azuma.
therapist fire you?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. That's
That's not like wrong. Dang
Well,
it.
no, because if they don't think they can help you, they need to fire you as a client. It's ethically the moral thing to do.
Wow, I thought they were just rude.
So
Learning something about X.
is this what
Learning
happens to you
things I
then?
don't want to know.
Or
Was this a hypothetical by any chance? Do we need?
Yeah, yeah, no, no, it's totally hypothetical.
yeah, totally.
Totally
Yeah.
hypothetical.
Totally.
hypothetical.
I was asking for a friend.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
get
yeah,
crimson wood because I've got tons. I think at my base.
I have a bit in my inventory. If you need more.
I think it's probably.
Right, did someone just mention getting amethyst?
Yes, we do need
can
a
get
bunch of
amethyst.
And,
I'll
amethyst.
get
and blue glass? I can
be
do
a
that, I'm right
spawner.
next to
Blue
my
glass
base.
would be
Yeah,
good.
it's right here.
I can do that as well, but.
Oh, I
Can we
already have
stand near
it
the
here.
spawner so it
Oh,
maxes
okay.
out?
You know
Is
what,
that the
X? You
plan?
do whatever you need to. Just fine.
I might already have those things.
How are we at fire?
No blue glass.
45
Well, I've got dyes
seconds.
and glass.
Here we go. Nice.
Okay.
Impulse. We are like
somewhere.
Roof Brothers.
Knocking
Nailed
out this
this.
roof.
Like a machine
The roof.
that is.
The roof.
Okay,
There
I've
we
got
go.
4
Looking
stacks
good.
of what do we need? What do we need, guys, that I can maybe bring? candles?
Sanity.
I do not have that
You
in any
bring
way.
a couple more brain cells.
Yeah, that would be good too.
Wow.
Yeah, we're-
That feels judgmental from you.
Not
I don't
for
know why
you,
specifically.
To share with the group.
I'm using those.
I'll take a couple
Candles.
of those
Maybe.
if
We
they're
need
going.
candles. I've got
We're
candles.
literally sharing like 2 brain cells between the
There's-
6
I
of
can
us.
make
so.
candles. I'm at my base asking what we need.
Oh, no, no, I
Dear
got
God.
candles here.
Okay, I've
This
got
is why I
amethyst.
asked for brain cells.
Ah! I already hate all of my friends, guys. Just all of them.
God, we really
Yeah.
need a break or
The
something.
break couldn't come soon enough, could it, Cleo?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Okay.
I
here we
can
go.
make candles. I've got amethyst. I've got crimson wood. I will. Do you need blue glass? Do we need blue glass?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Crickets.
Not very much though.
I don't know if I've done anything correct. I have not. It's all terrible.
I like that we're just walling this off from the blaze quickly though.
Yeah,
Let's do
exactly.
that.
Me too.
Well,
Our
you
new
know,
piece is
I
about
I
to
can't
run
believe
out.
we didn't build a
so
farm
let's get this done.
on top of this spawner, because there's a spawner like right here, directly below us. How did we not farm this for 2 years?
It would have been a perfect farm. You're right.
It's so close by.
Glass
Do
obtained.
smart things.
Maybe everyone thought, oh, it's too close. Someone else has
Amethyst
claimed it.
obtained.
You know what? Does anybody have a sign? I'm gonna put a sign down that claims it. Joe Hills'
It says future
future home
farm.
at Joe Hills'
You gonna
Blaze
work on that?
Spawner.
You got a couple days. You can finish
Oh
it.
yeah, I can knock that
Yeah,
out
man.
real
Finish that
quick.
in like in
Just grind it out. It's
plenty
fine.
of time. I'm not bringing candles. X, bring the candles. I'll bring everything else. It's fine.
Candles are done.
I feel
Good.
like things are not going well over here. In this
House
particular zone.
You're doing good. Just need some more
No,
wood.
this
We need to
this
leave this
entrance
with the
area.
sign. The
is a
sign needs to
mess.
say "Made by the new committee."
Right, Jim?
Um,
This is a mess. This
No,
is
I think
a
it just
complete
needs to
mess.
be crimsoned off, honestly.
Okay, do we have some more?
I'm bringing crimson.
Now this is
Oh, you
this
bring
is
it.
I
access
have like
to
several
multiple
stacks of
farms.
in here.
All right.
Leave it open.
James on the crimson. Nice.
That's it.
Oh,
Let's give it
beautiful.
a little roof.
Yeah, that's
will
sweet.
work.
That's sweet.
Totally works.
You know what? I'm going to make it even fancier. Just for Tango. Look at this. Amazing.
Anybody have like a dungeon lackey head we can put on the top there?
Oh,
Oh,
night
that's
vision.
a
Wow.
great idea.
My stream thanks you.
You're welcome.
That's a great idea. Boop, boop.
Need a little bit more stone. Wow,
Ow.
things look.
Ow.
Sorry about
crisp,
the
sharp.
endermite.
So,
Oh,
question:
ahead.
are you guys
Join.
going to play any Minecraft? Because I am. I don't think I can actually go. I've been playing this game with you guys for so long now. I can't go through a period of time where I can't play this game. I feel like something's broken if I'm not playing Minecraft. Does anybody else
It's a
feel
good
this way?
creative outlet. I always play.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I'm gonna be
Not
playing
alone.
for sure.
Nice.
Turn the key.
You're
camera
never
back on real
alone,
quick.
Ren.
Hey,
We're
Chad,
always
thank you
here
for
with
tipping
you.
25. That's
Sorry.
gonna get us
Aw.
10 past our next phase camera
Whether
expansion
you
milestone.
like it or not.
So here we
Oh,
go.
no.
It's time to say howdy y'all. Expanded Beetlejuice here as I always am.
Forever
Nashville, Tennessee.
and ever.
Oh, it's so haunting.
That is
puts us now
so
40 away
creepy.
From the next phase camera expansion milestone.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
tried my
So welcome
best.
to the paper.
I'd like to get some sleep tonight, please, Cleo. Jeez. Cleo, did thine bring the sparkly sparks?
Wow.
Sparkly
Wow.
Sparky
blocks.
sparks.
Those,
I think we
these
just
are
need
not
some
blocks, though.
amethyst behind these
You
bits.
want blocks
and...
of amethyst?
Oh, I like the
I
roof.
can do that.
Well, I mean, we
Ow!
can make those from the crystals, can't we?
I'm going to die.
What do you
die.
need blocks of amethyst for?
Behind the
They
blue
go
line.
behind
They
the
go behind
glass.
blue.
Oh, for
Yeah.
the love of... I'll see what I can do.
Oh, we're missing a block up there. I get to do something. Sweet. This must be.
Yeah, so
this.
amethyst behind the glass, and
I don't know if
Uh,
I've actually
Cleo, did
got
you
any,
get
but I'll have a look.
amethyst?
I got amethyst for the walls, like on the
There we go.
I'll go.
trapdoors.
Looking good.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go grab
I'm
some
already
amethyst.
at,
blocks.
I'm
good.
already at my base, so I'm checking,
can
but feel
check
free to
if I
go
have
and
any.
do it.
Yeah, mine's right next
Um,
door.
Just checking my.
Jim, do you just have shulker boxes of junk in your
Ah.
ender chest?
Give me my shulker box of junk back, please. yes.
Answers that.
Okay, yes,
She
I've got
likes
amethyst.
her shulker box of junk. Okay.
Happens to be a good shulker box of junk.
There's some good stuff in there. Definitely.
It's useful junk.
You just sometimes when you're decorating, you just need random stuff.
Bits and bobs.
Yep,
Perfect.
with armor stands, I do feel that as well.
I almost knocked over my cup of tea.
Sacrilege.
Also, it's pretty much cold.
Ow! How did I get
no.
shot by fireballs back there? What the heck?
We are being
RIP.
invaded.
Okay. Blah, 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 for a second time. There you go, Ren. Feel satisfied.
Thank you.
Oh, why am I on fire? What the heck?
All right, I'm going out, guys. I've got the noob juice in the belly. I can go deal with the amethyst situation.
Barely.
How do I get out
Do you
there
have
now?
the blocks? I am bringing some blocks for you.
I've got the blocks. We got the blocks.
Oh, okay.
Blocks have been
That's done.
acquired. Okay. Is this
Coming
correct?
along,
Can somebody come
coming
and check
along.
if this is right?
Hang on.
Does not feel
Is this
right.
right?
That is correct. Okay. And then you need to go to your left. There's another window at the left.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was right, but okay. That's my fault. Yep.
The
Oh,
other
there's
one.
another one. Okay, hold on.
There are 2 sets of windows that
Yep.
you need to do.
He's actively being assaulted by Blaze.
Good. He deserves it.
Wow.
And then on the opposite side.
Oh, wait, whoops, that was the wrong block.
I just saw you plummet. Ben.
Yes, it was a bit sketchy, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Okay, there we go. Windows done?
I think we're done.
Woo!
We done?
I think
Sweet.
we're done.
Okay, that was
Take a step
easier than
back, yeah.
expected.
That's it. A nice
We are
little
going
cap
to have to
on the end of the tunnel,
uncap
just so it's, clean and tidy. Joe's invisible.
Yeah, I didn't want the blaze to target me.
Your cape. Oh no, it's Elytra that makes your cape visible. Yeah.
Guys, we've missed something super important.
Uh-oh.
What?
We have to light the candles.
Uh-oh, who's got flint and steel?
Nope.
I got glowing.
Well,
Will that work?
I picked it up.
Wait, how did
and
I
it's
get
gone.
HermitCraft?
Oh,
I'm
there
sure
you go.
there's-
You picked it up.
I didn't want it.
Blaze rod?
Jim,
I
you
will
got to have in your
I got
junk
a flint
chest
and
somewhere.
steel
You
in
gotta
there.
have
I
it.
don't
You
have
can't
a
blaze powder
silk
these
touch
to
pick,
light?
so
Here we go. You can use mine. Boop.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Are we not putting in the carpet then? Is that what we've decided?
We need
Put in
carpet.
carpet?
Also, we're missing a wall over
I'll
here.
do that.
The deep slate wall.
Oh,
It's missing.
I've got wool.
We're missing
I've got wool.
two.
Need
We're
some
missing
polished
two. You got it?
This one's also
slabs as
missing.
well.
Oh, you want deep slate? See.
Oh, we're
That's in
missing
here,
the. Yeah, no, we're also missing andesite things. It's not done, everybody. It's not done.
It's not perfectly symmetrical. I can't
not
sleep
done
at
yet.
night.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen you guys do. And I've seen plenty bad things.
I mean, we've somehow managed to get it done, though, which I'm
Dang
quite
it.
impressed.
The temptation to just knock them off the pillar is
Right?
so strong.
Right?
It's so strong. Like you can just.
Oh no, down to 1 heart. Not. Okay, there we go.
Look at
Just,
that.
who's doing carpet, Cleo?
I
Leo?
was gonna do, like I've tried to get materials from everywhere.
Look, I'll take
Up
care
to
of the
you.
carpet, alright?
You do the carpet. It's fine.
Cleo, personally, I think you've been taking the mick. You haven't done enough.
3, 4,
Please do more.
5, 6, 7.
Hi.
Kill him.
Ow!
Kill him. Kill him.
It's never good when there's no verbal answer from Cleo. You know something
Yeah.
physical is coming.
You know you're about to get smacked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you know when to run.
Whose base is this one? It's not labeled.
My chat says huge energy. You're my family, and I love you dearly. But I'm looking
Be
forward
right
to not
back.
seeing you for several weeks. No, I get that.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, is
Yeah.
what they say, right?
Exactly.
And that's what we might
There
need
we
right now. Fonder hearts.
we need to be
They've all got a
fonder
little
of
bit
each
of
other.
food. Who was asking about a base? Was it this one here?
Yeah, whose base?
That goes to my cow farm. That's not a
I
base.
need a sign.
Ah.
Does anybody have a sign? I need a sign.
Oh, I can.
Ace
We
of
find
base.
one?
My goodness.
I
You're
was waiting
old,
for him to sing
Ren.
the actual
You're
song.
old.
What are you talking about? I heard that on Hot 90s today.
Did it open up your mind?
It did open
When
up
you
my
saw
mind,
the
yeah.
sign, it opened up your mind? Okay. Just checking. Just checking. Yeah, I'm also old. hmm
Here you go, Ren.
Don't worry about it, Jem. I'll explain it when you're old enough.
Yeah, when you're old enough, we'll get to have Ace of Base explained to you.
Does
I'll
anybody have an
understand your guys'
anvil?
references eventually.
Ren, there's a
Give me
Does
sign
a
for you
second.
anybody
here.
have? Oh, thank you. Does
the
anybody have an
season
anvil?
started with the Isn't It Ironic pick, and you
Isn't
not
It
knowing
Ironic?
Alanis
Oh my
Morissette. So how serendipitous
I
that
got
we
an anvil.
end with another song Jem doesn't know.
Oh,
Yep.
bless you, Jem. Yeah, I'd forgotten about Isn't It Iron?
Oh wait, did you
Yeah.
get one?
I got one. I got one. Thank you.
It broke Impulse's heart right at the start.
Oh, it sure did.
Their baby's impulse. What broke
My heart even
Impulse?
more was that I sent her a bunch of albums to listen to from Alanis Morissette, and
And I
she
didn't. I
and
didn't.
she didn't.
Oh, that
that
is
is
stone
rude.
cold.
I'm one of
Yeah.
those people
Stone
that just
cold.
doesn't like music that much. I'm not a music
What?
person.
Hurts.
I'm sorry, X. I know
My
you're a
soul
good
is
person.
cringing.
It's all right, Jem. If it makes you feel better,
She hasn't
I'm
read a
the
single
same.
one of your blogs.
I'm the same.
I don't want any of this in my inventory.
Well,
Does anybody
sucks
want
to
it?
be you is what we're learning here.
Just throw it.
Throw
Girl's not
me
here, so
your
you won't
junk.
get yelled at.
You want an
know
X?
what?
Throw your junk at me.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa.
I think Tango said it best earlier today. He said, "I can
Ben!
just throw. I
Didn't know
can
you had
just
this
throw my
much. God.
ender chests away.
What's
I don't
in that
need to
shulker box,
keep
by the
them."
way? What is in there? Oh, it's your stuff. Okay, good.
Stuff
Is that
from
what
the
Tango's
project.
doing? He's just throwing everything away right now?
Yeah, he's just throwing ender chests away now because he's just. I don't need it anymore.
Guys, I don't want to be that guy, but
Are you going to be that guy though?
but I will.
Oh, the
we
blue
need blue
arrows.
carpet. We need blue arrows.
All right.
We need blue arrows.
Zuma,
Anyway,
it's on
up
you.
top.
Blue carpet now, please. Thank
Where do
you.
we need? Oh, it'll
Oh.
be all right.
We also
Come
need
on,
the
we're done here.
shelves. We need
We're
the
done
shelves
here.
with the crystals on top.
Yep.
Job done. Complete. 100% accurate.
This was your idea, X. We can't
I'm
leave it
happy with
unfinished.
Yay.
It's an
Cleaning
exercise
it.
for the viewers in the world download.
Perfection is
Oh,
overrated.
dang it. Dang it. Right,
I almost
carpet
clipped
then.
you, Gem. Almost. Can you do that again?
Okay.
Can you fly past? I want to
How
try
many
hit
do you
in the
want?
air.
How many arrows, Ren? How many arrows?
No, they must be perfectly symmetrically apart. You need to count blocks. Hold on, I'm hitting Gem in the air. Dang it, I missed.
I missed
Really
it.
I'm going to
not.
give you enough for 3
Okay,
arrows.
Gem, can you do it?
Ren.
Can you do it? Gem,
I
hit
don't
me.
know.
Okay, here we go. Whee! Miss me.
You're
Okay, here we go.
splat
You ready?
On the end.
You ready?
Nope.
Right,
Okay,
Ren,
one more try.
Here is your
It's gotta be
carpet, sorry,
possible.
arrow. Where is this?
It's
map?
got to be possible. No.
Your hitbox. I did turn on your hitbox. I think that would help.
There he is.
Your hitbox
Ren?
is horizontal.
Yes.
For you.
Azima, I'm busy. Dang it.
Zuma's given you the gift of math, Ren.
1, 2. Ah. That worked. 1, 2, 3,
Also,
4,
give
5,
me,
6,
give,
7,
me,
8.
give me the amethyst back. Therefore, I can put things on shelves.
X has got the amethyst, I believe.
But you were just putting it above your door.
Let's have a look then.
It would have been so much
Here
quicker
it
if
is,
just
there it is,
one
there it is,
person
there it is
did
right
this,
there.
to be honest.
Yeah, it would have been so
Amaffair.
much
Do you want
quicker
trapdoors as
if-
well?
No, the trapdoors are already up.
Oh,
for
I
some
put the
reason.
trapdoors. I
over
did
here.
that.
Should answer every question about why we're not building one mega base together.
Yeah, this actually is the exact
If
answer
anybody
why.
ever wondered why.
You know what? Why don't we do that in episode 1 of the next season? We'll start building a mega structure together, then just abandon it, and it'll just be a ruin at the heart of the server that we can tell ghost stories about all year.
I'm a hard pass on that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I am the ruin at the heart of the server. What are you talking about?
Oh, you are. I'm glad that
I
you finally see
am.
that about yourself.
You know
Okay,
what,
we lit
Joe?
the
I see a
candles,
lot more
candles are
about
lit.
you than you do.
Yes, candles are
I'm
lit.
going to be
Good
harsh
job.
about it. I can do that as well.
Does anybody
then.
have any
This-
glowing
this-
squid ink juice?
I do.
I
I'll
have
bring it
no-
to
Oh, I've got
you.
some. Hold on,
I
I've
have
got
no
some.
This, he's got some. This here is done.
This here is done.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. This is a nice little cap to the tunnel. Now it links
Lovely.
to a couple other things.
Right,
Especially
I've got
we're going to
something
go and
for
do
you.
what we were
Comes
supposed to
tunnel
be
here.
doing
So
now.
I've got something for you.
this I organised this, and I had this
Alright,
in mind.
Dad! Okay.
Oh gosh, the sass. Right.
Oh, God.
I
Should
was
we
gonna
go watch
ask,
the button
what
explode?
was it y'all had in mind?
I wanted to just sit around and watch the button explode.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit the button yesterday.
Did you?
Cleo, I've been AFKing there
Yeah.
for days.
I had a brilliant
Sorry.
idea. Let's leave the button 30 seconds from exploding for the world download, and just see
Oh.
if they can get to it in time.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Yes. Okay,
Should
so
we-
what's
should we
next?
go-
What's next?
Oh, should we start at the sport? Should we start at sport and then work our way into the shopping district?
Yeah.
Excellent idea. Let's go.
We can walk around, have some nostalgia,
Reminisce. Yeah.
and pick up people's trash.
Lovely.
I think the server is pretty clean though, isn't it?
Well, we're gonna find out. I bet there's gonna be things we didn't think of.
Probably, yeah.
I just found a bed in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, I know where we can start. I do believe that our lovely friend Grian Lee left a massive mess in one spot that has been bothering me for 2 years.
Is it directly across from Mumbo's base? Because, yeah, those
Yes.
rocks, somebody's got to do something.
Here
It's
it
not
is.
This hole in the ground, is it?
Here it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. See, lots of chests.
Lots of chests.
There might be some stuff in here that's worth keeping, but what if we just...
Let's just burn
if
it.
Just gonna throw it in the hole.
What if
for
we
what?
just...
What if we just didn't?
Burn it all.
Yeah.
Who's got the flint and steel?
Wait, Joe was looking for glass earlier.
No.
There's some
I was
glass in
trying
here
to
if you
give
really
away
want it.
glass.
Oh, you're trying to give it away.
I have like 50 shulkers worth of glass I don't have time to use before the end of the season.
There's a golden apple in there. Hang on.
Ooh,
I'm pinching things.
golden
Oh
apple.
gosh, he's still hoarding.
Oh wait, I made a
Raise
farm
for
for that,
5.
didn't
That's
I?
gonna put us 35 away for the next base game expansion
X,
milestone.
you've got 3 days.
I'm wrapping the stream up in about 10.
Seriously,
What
I'm
are
wrapping
you
the
doing?
stream up. So
Somebody-
last
can
call for
somebody
tips.
burn an 8?
I'm
I'm gonna be joining the rest of the hermits after I pick up my
this
kid
could
from
be my
school,
new
but I'm not
source
gonna
of
be
food
streaming
for
it.
a
Oh yeah, whoever
Can-
lit the candles has flint and steel, right?
Can anybody
Wanna-
burninate the peasants, please? Please, I need to see it. Please
I don't
burn.
have. Who has the flint and steel?
Nope. I guess that's not what-
I've got blaze powder.
I mean, somebody had to light the candles earlier. What
It
happened?
was a Suma.
What happened to the candles? Yeah.
Oh,
Azuma, can
I
we
did.
borrow
I
the,
did indeed light the candles earlier.
yep. Can you come and burninate, please?
Is this
Pretty
river?
please. No?
Pretty please.
Sorry, is this river supposed to do something? It looks like items could flow through it.
Yeah, I think that's it's part of the locking
it's
mechanism
hoppers.
or something. It's like a diamond dispenser.
Azuma, please may I borrow the flint and steel that you've got?
There's no way.
Please may I have the flint and steel that you have?
The
If
what?
you wouldn't mind. Flint and steel, please. I'd like some flint and steel.
I'm gonna
You would?
talk to my
What? Am I
chat.
just a walking shop?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Ooh, sassy X. I like it.
I'm learning, Cleo.
I know. I'm
Thank
impressed.
you.
It's only been 10 years.
Impulse! Impulse!
What
I
happened?
get to burninate!
Oh,
Yes.
finally. Okay.
Burn it,
Oh.
There we
burn
go.
it, burn it, burn it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's all gone.
What a joy.
Love
Now
it.
we need to toast some marshmallows.
That
Sing
was
some
surprisingly
songs.
satisfying, I must say.
It's cathartic.
Okay, next.
Yeah, don't let
Okay,
us
we're
revel
good
in
with
it
the
for
big
a
hole in
minute.
the ground, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we leave that. I think that was some
Part of something.
It was a part of something.
There's signs.
happened.
It's fine.
There's
Okay.
signs.
yeah.
If there's signs, people
Okay.
will yell at us if we take it down. If
Okay,
there's
shall we
signs on it.
shall we take to the air and do some scouting in different directions?
Yeah,
That's probably
yeah,
the easiest way to find a chess monster. Let's
There's
have a
like
look.
one patch of flat grass here that just looks odd.
Yeah, was
Like
Kill
somebody
it.
gonna
planting a
build
couple
here?
of trees here.
Yeah,
Burn
we
it.
had bone meal. Bone meal it.
Do we have bone meal?
I shouldn't hold the flint and steel, to be honest. It's bringing out the worst in me.
Okay, I'm just going to talk to my chat for a second. Be right back.
Okay. The server is surprisingly clean.
Yeah, that's what I
Done a
noticed.
decent
Flying around.
job.
Well, because Cubfan did a big like server cleanup week a while ago, and
Okay.
Pearl's been doing a bunch of cleanup.
I know I have a massive chess monster outside Boombox Records. It's quite a lot of stuff though, but shall we just burn it?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, button's in good shape, in case anybody was worried.
Okay.
Looks like only one light has gone down since Cleo hit it yesterday.
Is the
Let me see if
TNT
there's
inside the button
anything
exposed?
of
Could we shoot
real
a
What did I
fire
do?
arrow
value
into?
here.
Cleo, did you shoot a fire arrow into the
Look at that.
button and hit the TNT?
No? Why would I do that? That seems silly.
Well, we needed to blame
Oh.
somebody who wasn't listening.
It is exposed. It's super exposed.
Can we get the hats then, please?
Oh, this is such a
You want to reach in there?
There's
Just wanna
notch
reach in
apples here. Okay, we can't burn the notch apples. That would be outrageous.
Are we stealing from the button? Is that what we're doing?
Wait, what?
No.
Can we steal
Just
from
check
the
it on
button?
it. Just check
No,
it
but
out.
you can
This
shoot a
is
fire
like
arrow
a
into the
beautiful
inside.
area.
No,
This
we
is
should
a
leave it for the
beautiful
world
area
download.
to walk through.
think.
Like, and we spend time making paths through areas, but then we just fly everywhere.
Fly
Like
everywhere.
next season, let's like ban the elytra.
Guys, what's the random bricks on top of this mountain?
Burn it.
What mountain? Take them down if they don't
You know,
belong.
Behind the giant bee,
Oh, yeah.
Is it a
Can't be.
wasp, maybe?
the wasp and the can of beans, whatever that is.
Oh yes,
Hey,
over here.
what blocks
we
are
were
you talking
gonna.
about now?
Oh, these blocks, yeah.
We
Yeah,
should
what
plant
are
some trees
these?
up here.
Oh, those,
yeah, no, this
okay.
this was just like a marker for something. We should clean this up and plant trees. I think That's a good
Oh
idea.
yeah, this was. Oh yeah, this was.
Yeah.
I think Scar.
Oh yeah,
doing
remember when
this.
Scar had an idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impulse, where
boy.
are you?
Scar having
Where are
an
you, brother?
idea?
Oh, I know.
I went to iBuy to check on some things.
Okay, I need you.
Okay, on my way.
I need
Where
emotional
you
Of
at?
support.
course you do.
Please come to the record shop.
Where's that at?
Behind Scar's Redstone shop.
Okay.
Yes. I spent like 15 hours gathering all the stuff over here.
Oh.
I
Oh.
can't bring myself to burn it. So
Let me see. Oh no, I need to see this. I need to see this.
On my way.
Yeah,
Please
where
burn.
are you?
Oh man,
burn.
there's diamonds
Record
in here,
shop.
you know. There's diamonds.
Boombox Records. We're at Boombox Records. Come for the Burner
Are you
Nation.
under it or you're under it?
No, just
How
next
you
to
under
it.
it?
Just next to it.
Let's see how many
Oh,
people
The
are gonna
cacophony is under it.
we're gonna feel
there you
this
are.
actually.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna feel
Oh.
this.
Oh, I spent so
Oh.
long gathering
Oh,
all
man.
of this.
Oh
Burn
man.
it.
It's
burn
so
it,
many things.
Burn it. Burn
I'm not sure if this is the best thing to do.
Yes!
Like all of these items and chests are like historical records of our hard work. We're destroying history. We're not preserving it.
It's no, I was
wanna
gonna
put it
just
in the
get rid of it
museum,
anyway.
speak
This
to
is just a
Cub?
very nice, clean way to do it.
Whoa. Oh, they
I
wouldn't
want to
have
know what
done
my
it.
chat thinks. Let's
Thank
get
you,
a poll
Impulse.
going.
That feels
Is
good.
this a good or a
Feels
bad
really
thing that
good.
we're doing right now?
Burn it.
I don't know. It feels like in the world that
Oh,
people
beautiful.
don't want to see that stuff.
Thank you,
so
sir.
clean.
It's so good. Look at that.
Delicious.
Dude, there was
Clean.
like 800 diamonds in there. That felt so good.
Like, are those the diamonds that
Oh,
you stole
man.
from everyone at the beginning of the season, Ren, by any chance?
I don't know what
Those
you're talking
diamonds
about.
went.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, they've just been
Weird.
sitting here this whole time?
Theft!
Hiding in plain sight.
I'm just gonna go listen to some records. See you later.
I was worried Green took them or something. Huh.
It's been
Okay,
left.
awesome.
Oh, it's been left open.
What's
That's
been left
annoying.
open?
No. I think it's been left over. Actually, no, maybe it hasn't.
Does anybody have any bone
Camels,
meal? I feel we
actually.
should grow some things here.
Yeah, I got some bone meal.
I can go get bone meal.
Oh my
Ta-da.
god, get in there! It's not going
Like
in.
five
Nice one, Joe. Thank you,
seconds
thank you.
away.
Yeah, let's just grow a few through. There we go. Now it's perfect. Perfect.
That's a bit too tall. I'm sorry.
Okay, you well do your thing then. Go for it.
No, I don't want to.
Garden away.
Make me.
Oh, what?
Can't make me.
Okay.
How come they're all too tall grass? How do you even manage that?
Precision.
That's awesome.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Next,
Keep wandering.
Um,
We'll find more.
Find more things to burn.
Oh, this could use some bone
I
meal
have
here,
chest monsters to offer, but now X has made me paranoid about burning things.
I thought of something that's really unfinished, but we can't really finish it either. The you know the water track that goes into the shopping area.
Oh, we could finish that.
Oh,
Let's
the
just steal a
Dolphin
bunch
Highway?
of logs from
Yeah.
Giga Logs and, I mean, get some water buckets.
Well,
punch
I mean,
a hole
it
into this
doesn't
building.
look particularly attractive.
What? That's the most attractive build on the server.
Do you know who has cleaned up their chest monster? That I found out yesterday. Scar.
Really?
No, he'll have
Scar's-
chest monsters all over the place that he's forgotten
No,
about. I
Scar
bet ya.
stuff is clean.
Oh, okay. I found some stuff that can be cleaned up if you fly
Where is
towards
ya?
Scars. There's a bunch of perimeter block
yep.
lines here that are just
Yep.
not doing anything anymore.
What?
Unless was this like Scar was going to expand Scarland out this
Yes.
far?
This was as far as Scarland was going to go.
Uh-huh. It's
I mean,
not gonna
again,
happen,
like,
huh?
should this stuff actually stay or not, right? Like, there's something about the unfinished things that are important too, I think.
Oh, you at the blue line?
Yeah,
The blue blocks, yeah.
maybe, I don't know. I guess we're removing this now. We're committed. Maybe we should leave some other stuff alone. It feels more like we should be finishing things
maybe
rather
we
than
should
removing
ask
unfinished stuff.
Scar if he's going to expand Scarland in the next couple of days.
Well, we know that's not going to happen.
What's this for?
That is Zedaf's thing where he like fell and survived from like over 3,000 blocks. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. That was your plan all along.
Did that make you jump?
Yep.
I'm not even sure he gets that reference.
I can't help myself.
What was the reference?
Oh, it was an Ethos
It's just
Secret
an
Life
ethos
theme.
thing, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was a little bit of panic in X's voice there as he started falling. That was great.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
You know, no one ever built an entrance to Corrales' spider farm.
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna be able to find it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
you
could
know
do
what?
that.
If
little
only there was some sort of
spider
group
shrine.
of people that would, you know, finish unfinished projects.
Hey, it's got diamonds next to it. That's pretty enough, surely.
Yeah, those diamonds were supposed to be the bounty for somebody to finish it.
Oh, that's a clever idea.
Yeah, I put a stack of diamonds there because I was like, somebody should build a nice entrance to this. And then
And I don't want to
Wait,
do
where
it.
is that?
it's
Where are you
Spider
going?
farm.
We could
shopping
earn those
district.
diamonds. Oh, it's in the shopping district.
Oh, you know what Jevin should do? He should re-hide all the Easter eggs, and then let the people that download the world find them all.
That's a great idea.
That would be super cool.
Is it
Oh,
any in the end?
The end is pretty
Did
tidy,
Jeff
but you
do
got
the
dot
dumb?
stuff in there.
you know what? I need to get rid of my sniffer farm from behind the museum.
So whereabouts are these diamond blocks, Joe?
They're near the road to the axolotl, I think. It's like a stack of diamond
Okay.
blocks just on a random road in the shopping district. And it's got a sign that says, you could have these diamond blocks if you build an entrance to Corrales' spider farm.
It's-
I feel like this would be easy to spot, but I'm having a hard time.
I can help you, Cleo.
You can
Are
come
we
and
just
help.
taking
That's
this
good.
down?
Just
Are we
take it down.
Just remove?
Take
Are we
it
just
down.
letting the
Yeah.
sniffers go free?
Yeah, they can be free.
Okay. Free to sniff.
Free. Isn't that what
It's
we all
what they were
want,
programmed
ultimately?
to do.
Okay, X, I found it. It's near Grian's Assistance Resistance and Jev's firework thing. And there's like a little cyan tent.
Oh, I was looking for like shiny diamond blocks, not diamond ore. That's why.
Well,
it
yeah,
didn't,
because these
like,
are the
pop.
rarest diamonds in the game. So, like, if somebody wanted a bunch of
Ah,
silk
yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
somebody wanted a bunch of silk-touched stone diamonds. Every time I got a stone
think I got
diamond,
a
I'd make
bunch of
this tower
those.
higher.
Oh
And
no, I put all of mine in the Bed Wars Tunnel Rats game. Or my diamond ore, anyway. So this already has like a drop and then a.
Yeah, so there is an entrance. It's just not decorated.
I mean, should we build like a hut?
I don't know. I
I don't,
I
I
think-
don't
I
have
think
my
we should.
creative
think
hat
we
on
should.
right now.
I put money
Absolutely.
into this so that other people could solve this problem for me while I did things like disconnect from the server to go pick my kid up from school. So I don't know. You figure it out. And we're going to / raid zombie. Is Cleo live? Let's see who is live. / raid Asuma. Okay, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. When you get over there, raid message